Guess what, guys? We're on Codebreaker Real Talk with Celestechaparro. I haven't even talked to her for like a year, right?
It's
Welcome.
almost like a year, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad to be back. I had to just step away to work on, of course, myself, but also getting my high school diploma because I've put it off for too long. I was talking about getting my GED forever, and I said, "Fuck that! I'm getting my diploma because I do, I do want to be looked at that I am serious. When I go into college and things, I didn't really take. I'm not, knocking those who did have to get their GED because sometimes you have to get something faster if you have kids or work and but for me I did have the time to do my high school diploma, which I was really grateful for. And then today was new student orientation at the college, so I was at that today talking with advisors and stuff, so that was exciting. So I got my shirt and all that cool stuff. But
Did
I'm
you
glad to be
finally
back.
find your calendar?
Oh yeah, I went to Barnes and Noble where I got more books, and they had like 50% off like planners. I bought a planner so I
I
can
love
write
Barnes and
down like,
Noble.
okay. Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
dangerous walking in there, man, because you just want to buy everything. You just want,
Really?
I do. I want to buy
Oh, I
everything
thought you
there.
were talking about something else. I'm like,
No,
oh yeah, I
no,
could buy the whole store. I'm like,
I'm talking about
I need
Barnes and
more money.
Noble. I do. I need more money so I could buy more books at Barnes and Noble.
I love books.
I do
Speaking of books,
too.
real quick, let me do a crap. I told myself I was, oh, here it is. My friend Gloria Haas, she
Hmm.
sent me her second book. It's
Hmm.
called Vanished.
Oh.
Vanished in Plain Sight. I can't wait because I read her first book and it was like a murder. There's kind of like murder mystery. But
Hmm.
anyway, what are you going to focus on for your school? What do you want to major in?
My major.
Mm.
My major. Sorry. My major is aerospace engineering, so I'm hoping to work on the engines for the next generation of fighters, like for the F-35 Lightning IIs. So if you hear
Nice.
that, because I have the door open and I'm close to the Air Force Base, so if you hear that, and if it gets too loud, I
Yeah,
will close the
here
door.
too.
But
Here too, yeah.
yeah,
I'm so
so
proud of you. I'm glad you're gonna do it.
me
I've
too,
always
man.
believed in you. Yeah. So you had sent me a video
Mhm.
on the Umbra thing. Um
Mhm.
that they were trying to say that all super soldiers were satanic, but what it is, it's not all of us are because we choose to save the children. We don't, choose to harm the children or the planet or the animals. We're here to work on ourselves,
Mhm.
to work on our obviously our karma, to take care of our own children, to prepare them for the future. Also, in the astro, we're fighting the AI wars as we speak because the ghost in the machine and things like that. It's already here. It's not, it's not like, oh, it's going to happen soon. No, it's already happening with social media. It's controlling everybody. Everybody's on their phone 24/7. They can't get away from it. It's
Mhm.
like we have become the virus, and we got to step away from our phones sometimes.
Yeah, no,
We got to think for ourselves instead of AI thinking for us. But what do you think, Celeste?
no, for sure. And I think what that guy was saying, it wasn't all super soldiers, like it was these certain military ones, like the ones that are
No,
in the military. Oh,
but
is that,
I was with Umbra. They
oh,
trained me, yeah, in the
oh,
army.
like
So
what that guy was talking about, that one guy.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I know those that have been in the program. We've all been in SRA, used for rituals to open portals or to call in dark, gross, disgusting entities. And, because when we're children, we're purity and we're innocence. And, they want to dirty that. They take that from us to call in. Because he was even saying that when they were, I don't know if it was him, but someone saying when they're torturing a person, they prolong it to heighten up the fear and blah blah blah. So when it gets to the climax, so then that's when the darkness comes in and feeds on that sadly, and it's just sick and disgusting that they
Right.
do that.
Thank you, Chad, for joining us.
Oh,
Yes, and that's hi, Chad. Thanks for making it. We're just talking about the the the
Unmute. There we
video
go.
that.
Hi.
okay.
Hello.
Yeah, froze. I'm like, oh.
So what they're wanting to do is just label us all like, oh, they're gonna go rogue, they're gonna go do this. Obviously there are those that flip out, unfortunately, but that's why, you know, you have to be really focused in your life timeline and make those timeline shifts, so that way you're not stuck on a screen that is, you know, you're just, all you're doing is, you know, partying, getting drunk, overeating, just, you know,
drinking,
sex, porn addiction, because this is not what we came here for. Not us starseeds.
Yeah. Right. And also
we're
the
the
spiritual
guardians.
community can also be a distractor too. Getting into all the spiritual stuff too can just, you know, could be another blinders. You're like, oh, I need to be working on my spiritual, but you know, you forget about your community and spreading that out too, and being that light out too. Like if you're just at home and all you do is you're just at home, like thinking you're just putting out your positive affirmations and doing your little spells and things like that. It's like, but you also got to be out in your community and being out with the people and being that, you know, be part, you know, when you do your little spells and affirmations, like be part of that also, you know, be part of the work. And then another thing, I should have sent you this video too. I don't know if it was a part of it. The same guy was talking about Ted Kaczynski, that he too was another MK Ultra, you know, that went rogue, but he feels that he was an organic one, that he really was trying to, because he was the Unabomber, and what he, you know how they couldn't catch him for a while, and he really did have a manifesto. He was the first one to start a manifesto because he really was trying to let people know, especially the nation, what the government had planned, and so how they couldn't catch him for a while, and they wouldn't release his manifesto for a long time because, you know, it had all the information on there. And so that's how they got the blueprint now for all the psyops. So now, because of Ted Kaczynski wanting to actually let people know what was going on, now they use that to be like, oh no, this is happening, now that's happening, that's happening. You know what happened on New Year's? Sadly, innocent people do suffer. That's the shitty part. Innocent people do suffer just for one of the whole, what is it, chaos reaction solution, you know.
Yeah,
You're muted.
you're saying a lot. So
That's what they want. Go ahead, Chad.
oh, I don't know. I can comment about anything. I'm just, so go ahead, Veronica. I'm just, there's a lot being said.
It's just coming
yeah,
out.
like right now, like
it's
with
good. Yeah, no, you're, because it's given me a sense of where you are. You can keep going if you would like, you know, or
yeah,
comment.
Okay.
So.
please. Yeah, I was just gonna comment real quick, like with the fires that are going on right now.
Yep.
You know, it's they're blaming someone. Oh, really? Someone? Come on, we have these fucking drones out here. You think the fucking military is gonna let people? Oh, somebody dropped something, or yeah, and they're plasma. Okay, they're plasma. Fire. The
Or they
fire.
say it's a homeless person or something.
Right,
It's a homeless person in the woods that shouldn't be out there. Some people who are camping, I'm like, if you're camping and you know there's fire restrictions or whatever, all of a sudden now there's a fire. Come on now. And what do they say? Elon Musk recently put like so many more Starlinks up in the fucking sky or up in space. So how do we not know it's not something like that?
Exactly.
We need to stop being quiet now. Like, this isn't the year to be quiet anymore. Like, too much is happening, too much is ramping up, like with the two jesters that are the president and the first lady. Let's just call them that. You know, they're just trying to ramp up like Revelation or Armageddon or just some type of biblical prophecy. They think they're gods. There goes a jet. Hold on. Sorry. I don't know if you can hear it. But I'm closing my door. Hold on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it loud?
No, it's fine.
Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear that jet passing by.
It's fine. I have there's the flybys here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, sometimes they get too loud.
I caught some things and I put it on the community where there's a playlist on my channel. And there's these orbs that look like they're blue. They kind of look like small planets, but they're actually installed weaponry for spyware. And you can't see them with the naked eye, but I sent them to Chad, and then I put them on the YouTube thing. And I'm like, you guys, we're not dumb.
Yeah, they're trying to bring in the AI governance. They want to start, you know, the whole Big Brother thing, you know, 1984 or whatever, where they want to
Yeah, the
start.
big guy in the sky. It's already been up
Yeah.
there, dude.
Oh yeah, but they want to make it, what's it called? Normal, you know, like, oh yeah, that's why we want to kick out all the migrants out of the country and da 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 and do 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 and just biometrics and you know, biometric passport and
They
it's,
want to do the digital
yeah,
ID. And I talked
yeah.
about this years ago. Like 3 years ago, I made a live video on Instagram and I said, look, if you don't get your credit score straight, if you don't get your taxes done, you know, you're running from the whatever, if you know, they're not going to let you say you have a bad credit score, like really low. They're not even going to let you buy a phone or rent a house, you know, or rent an apartment or have medical insurance. And now they're saying that people in the USA have to accept the ID, the digital ID by 2028. And I say no.
No
I say no.
way.
I say
Fuck no.
bullshit.
No, yeah, fuck that. Because it's just to keep tracking everyone like we're fucking animals or something.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
They want to take
So
sovereignty. Like this is why Trump wants to take over Canada, Mexico, and Greenland, and Panama, and Honduras and shit because they want to take away sovereignty. They want to just make it like we're just one. It's like no, we're not one. Maybe one in the in the collective when it comes to coming together for the betterment of humanity for the earth. You know, raising the vibration, but not one under a tyrant. You know, that's not how it's supposed to be. But that's, you know, it's just hurt people wanting to hurt people. It's just them and their unresolved trauma, whatever that's going on in their childhood life. Like they're just running off of those fumes right now. It's what it looks like. And they're going to crash and burn hard. And it's going to be ugly for everybody, not just them. Like the whole world is literally going to suffer. And I think that's what they want. They know
and
they're
what
on
they
the gaslight.
also, yeah, sorry, so what they
No, you're
also
fine.
want is to take down the West Coast. And I've had multiple dreams where California is off. Like we're saving, you know, I'm saving people, like in the ocean, the animals are coming out, we're taking them to a ship, you know, sitting them in front of screens. And it's like they it's and a lot of people are in California, there's a lot of homeless there. And now I guess Governor Newsom is like sending them to here, to the Arizona.
Yeah.
And you know, I moved thinking I'm gonna get away from the whole fentanyl craze. Forget about it. It's everywhere. It's
It's
everywhere.
everywhere, dude. No, it is. And yeah, I've noticed that too last year when I was still working for Quest. Like the homeless just came out of nowhere. And I remember when I was picking up some samples, like lab samples, and they spray painted something like fentanyl is coming from the government or something like that. That they put something right there. And I was just like, wow, that's, you know, that was a crazy thing to see, you know, just very random. But, you know, it's the truth, you know, was it this one
It's
rap group?
true.
No, it is. What do they
It's
say? The White House is a real crack house. That's what these rappers,
right.
you know, the
Well,
White
like
House. Is,
you know, the wars that are happening over there in Culiacan, Sinaloa. One of my aunts had to move because it
mm-hmm.
was just so horrible. That la balacera, you know, it's like, you know, shots everywhere, people getting
Ugh.
killed. Why? Because you know, El Chapo was um one of El Chapo's sons had taken El Mayo, which is the big cartel dude from Guadalajara, and said, "I'm never gonna get caught," right? So El Chapo is one of El Chapo's sons, sends him over there. Oh no, you know, this is actually, you know, we're in Mexico somewhere. Oh no, he tricked him. Okay, he tricked him and he got stuck here in the United States. And what happened? There was fentanyl, cocaine, weed, you name it. So what do you think the government's going to do on that? Give it back? No,
No.
they're going to use it. So, same thing with the Iraqi war in 1991, the Gulf War, you know, the poppy seed. Oh, what do you think we were actually doing, you know, over the guarding the freaking poppy seed lands?
Yeah, right.
You know,
Yeah.
making sure that anthrax got through and poppy seed through the fucking border. And then they shot us up with the anthrax because Saddam Hussein was going to fire on us if, you know, they didn't find out where we were. They lit up our, you know, our backs. Oh no, there's Veronica, she's fine. Or there's so and so, you know, or damn, you know. And the whole tomahawk thing, the whole thing of the 1991 red and blue war games were because AI is being let in to shoot people down. Okay? that's what's really going on. These fucking things are unarmed, dude. I mean, unmanned. They're not unarmed. They're unmanned. They're AI. I'm not kidding.
Ooh, I have to tell you about this
God
dream.
wars are here. AI wars are here.
You triggered a dream that I had
Go ahead.
before.
Go ahead.
Like, so this was months ago. I want to say summertime. So I was dreaming I'm outside my house, and yeah, there's drones in the sky, and there's my neighbors and my sister. We're all outside, and we're looking up, and they're talking or some shit, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And all of a sudden, these like they release these little things, and they got you in the neck, and I ripped mine out, and I threw it, and then it came back, and it got stuck, and I'm trying to rip it out, and then I hear a voice, like that voice to skull bullshit. And I hear, I don't know if it was talking from the thingy, but it was like, Celeste, how can we get to know, or how can we help you if you won't let us know you, or something like that? And I was like, fuck you, you're never gonna. And I remember I was just screaming and just trying to rip this thing out of my neck, and it was crazy, dude. And I forgot what was falling from the sky, or I think there was something above me.
Well,
No,
it's
that
like
was
the
that was actually.
mosquito ones, huh? Go ahead, Chen.
Oh, she said it was crazy. I said it's actually kind of creepy.
It is, isn't
It's real, dude. It's
Celeste,
real.
how are you gonna?
it? It felt so real.
How
That
can we
dream.
know you if you don't let us in, Celeste?
Right. You know, it's like how, or no, it's like, how can we help you if you don't let us get to know you, or if we can't get to know you? You know, they want to like just stick that thing in your neck and
What makes you think I need help?
right, exactly.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't need your help. I can help myself.
Yeah.
But no, of course, it, you know, it was like, it was trying to talk like in this like little soothing voice, like in a, like this nice man voice, like, you know, how can we help you if you won't let us get to know you? And it's like, I don't want you to know me. I don't consent to
Mhm.
this. So yeah, it was just
Exactly.
scary. Like they were just like, shh, and everyone was trying to get theirs out, and it was just like, and if you took it off and
Yeah.
threw it, it just boomeranged back to your neck, and it was like, ew, that's so
Yeah,
gross.
it's like the mosquitoes. There's some AI mosquitoes that are armed. So they're made to put people out. And this, oh man, this is old news though about the mosquito AI thing.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, weaponry is old news. They also have moths,
Hmm.
you know, and then also they have some technology on las palomas. How do you say the doves? You know,
Hmm.
the ones that crap all over the place. I did have a dream about. I did tell Chad about 3 months ago that I was in a house and I was trying to save the kids that were being um, gene spliced. Eugenics, you know, that eugenics was being placed on them. They were making, some of them were being sheep, some of them were whales, and I was trying to save them in the house. And then a guy, a white dude from the three-letter agency is sent to me. And then another tall guy comes and he like he has a needle and he tries to stab me on my right shoulder. So I grab the needle and I stab him on his left shoulder. And he tries it again. I do it again until he fucking dies. Um, and then they sent in a young kid that turned into a wolf, and I ripped his face open because I'm like, no, dude, like this is not, you know, you're not going to keep me from saving the kids that are being tortured in this way.
Hmm.
And so that stuff, they want to keep us down. You know, there's also simulations in our dreams, but this one felt real. I know it was real. It had to have been. But there's also like, hey, what would Celeste do? What would Chad do in this situation? Would you really save, you know, your kids? Would you really, you know, steal information for the government to help us, you know, with more technology to rule the solar system, you know, whatever. Chad, anything?
Ah, yes. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Sorry, I was just looking for another note and I just put away the ones.
Are you still talking to Rocco?
Yes.
Okay. How's he doing? Is he still kind of crazy?
Yes.
Oh man. But I'm sure
In
he
a,
keeps
in a good
Celeste
good
entertained.
way though. In a good way, you know, like not in a
Okay.
bad way. He's in his element.
You're
But
like his
no, not
therapist
crazy.
or
He's
something.
actually going through something at the moment, and you know,
Aw,
so it's pushing him emotionally in that sense, you know,
poor guy.
and then uh let me sit. No, that was from those. I want to get to the Ivan Teller notes, but just 1 second. Oh, here's my notes right here. I just flipped them upside down. But no, he's doing all right. I mean, he handles it better some days than others. And then
Okay.
I haven't spoken to him today or for a couple days, but
Okay.
I'm gonna check in with him because it changes from day to day there.
Gotcha.
So
You're the only one that can handle them, huh? You're the only one that...
handle him though. I don't. Yeah, that's one thing I'll never do is handle him. I'm more
Or I
like
mean, like,
no,
deal with them. Like,
yeah.
you're the one that can tolerate, I guess I should have said.
Well, I'm more like a grounding wire
There
sometimes,
you
and
go.
he's more of
Yeah.
a live wire. And as long as you don't mind being a sounding wall, you
It's
know what
like
I
the
mean?
yin and yang. You're the light,
Yeah.
he's the dark, and you guys
And we
just...
do have conversations, him and I, but yeah, yeah. So, but usually towards the end of the rant, which
Gotta
is,
let them bench.
which is release, it's
Yeah.
just one of those things. Yeah. And so he does live life fully. So, I don't know how to put it otherwise. He has quite a bit going on in his life, but
Is he at least still doing his music, like his rapping and stuff?
no, he's kind of like involved with court cases now and different things going on and things with Diddy. So he's got that thing going on because he was like a raver, back in those days and kind of kicked out of his house and after foster care, and that was the area. And he was going to all the clubs and doing all the dealing that he did the prison time for, and
Yeah.
so he got sucked into that world according to him,
Wow.
and that's what he's being facing lately. And it's been a lot of, so I don't know. I'm just
He's just
following it
gone.
along and supporting him, so
As best you can.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is like you got really, you did open up an awful lot. Like, yes, there is the MKU when we're children, right? But then there's a couple elements to that because
Mhm.
I feel like when we keep saying they, that we're talking about maybe two different entities. There's the SSP program,
Oh, okay.
and that's the secret space program, the one that we're not supposed to know about. Then there is now the space program. So everybody's saying, oh, drop the secret, but no, there is a secret space program. And the secret space program has always been there. It wasn't invented by the Nazis. They just happened to tap into it. This SSP program is what we're all kind of sort of part of up there in a higher way, and different levels, because there's different densities when you start to get into that realm, right? Because you're dealing with angels, you're dealing with people that are in shit. It's just a higher vibration, different density, the secret space program. Now there's the they, that is the Illuminati, right? Or the Illuminati, whatever we're going to call them. I don't know. The
Just like
they
the
call
cabal.
themselves awake because they are, they are fully informed of what's going on, but are they awake in their hearts? I don't know. So the thing is you have the Illuminati and you have the SSP. So now it seems like there's some people that are getting MKU'd by the Illuminati. All right. And some people that are getting MKU'd in a sense by the SSP. I feel like that's been more my route because mine was a little more covert. And then you get those people that have grown up with special abilities and they're in high functioning programs. They seem to be used. You have people that are born into special families. They seem to be being used. You have people that are born in special areas like Montauk and they seem to be being used. You have people that are part of the army and they seem to be being used. So it's not just the Illuminati families. There's also their watchdogs that they're
But
that
they're
they
but they're
MK you.
incorporated, Chad. They're incorporated. For example, you're
Oh
in
yeah.
high school and they can take you to these programs and then they give you to other handlers that then they want
Mhm.
mind wipe you. So everybody's using everybody.
But
Like
there's
it's
two
a
different types, right? Because I don't want to like get them confused. There's the SSP, the secret space program technique, which they're pretty covert. They take you in your sleep. They take you when you're, they separate you. I don't think they're over there traumatizing you like the satanic people are down here, right? They have a different purpose of pulling you up there and giving you different things. Now there's the Illuminati down here, or the those people that are not awake in their hearts but are awake in their heads, because they have lots of knowledge. They Now they have the army, they have their own children that they do this to, and those are the real MKU. Those are the Project Paperclip people. Those are the ones that you guys have been sucked into, perhaps. So there's two different elements here, you know. Sometimes people get confused because their alters have gone through something on the other side, and they think it's that they have gone through it, even though that alter is them. You know, it's just not in this experience. You know, it's having its own separate experience. So there's a couple ways to look at the MKU. Yes, challenge equals change. I feel like the SSP up there challenges us in ways that are necessary, and the ones down here just don't give a shit. You know, they're just into the sadistic, they're into the entities, they're into acquiring power, however these people can acquire, you know, however they can acquire it. And that really does mess up kids. Those that have gone through it, a lot of them are on the streets and stuff. So we got to kind of see which kind of MKU did we receive growing up. Probably a mixture of both, right?
Yeah, but there's more than two. You know, being handed down from the Dracos, and then you know, the government, and then the special programs at school.
Yeah, those are all the Illuminati, right?
commercials.
That's that kind of they. But there's
Well,
also a secret space.
Illuminati is just a name, okay? It's like if you can join it. You can be a Mason, you can be an Illuminati, you can call yourself whatever you want, but that is part of the whole thing. Like, because the Luciferians are also part of it, okay? The Luciferians like to do orgies.
Yep.
They like to cause pain. They like to abduct. Also, they like to. I can get into specifics, but it's
and there is
disgusting.
that in the SSP. I do agree with you. That's part of Knockfafen, right, or something. That's
Well,
part of that.
SSP has a number of programs. There's an umbrella program. There's, you know, all the programs. It's not just Montauk and Knockwaffen and Dark Shadow, and it's a slew of. That's why it's called the Umbrella Project, because it's DARPA, the CIA. The CIA is in charge of certain things, and then we got, you know, the Dracos. Then we got, you know. Anyway, from the umbrella is Project Bluebeam. We got Manhattan Project. It's just a pyramid. It's branches off from the top to bottom, kind of like an umbrella corp. Like, and then umbrella is also another corporation too. So
Umbrella under the umbrella.
mhm.
And it's interesting too, earlier you're talking about dreams, and with dreams, right, you're saying there's simulations, but there's also, we were talking with Ivan, that there's realms.
Yes.
Different realms we go into, and that's something DMT will take us into, correct, is a different realm. And for example, the plants, you know, they will do that. And I've been looking into that lately. I think, you know, I've sent some videos, so I was watching those. And then there's alternate realities I think we get pulled into. I think there's simulations caused by demons. And then there is also a program that's out there, and that's what I was looking for on my notes from Ivan. Person projects or something, but project personnel or something like that. But it was like when I've had interviews with Veronica for the first time, I've had people with notebooks, like they create a simulation and you can tell it's so artificial. I know what's going on, you know, and they're trying to figure out, like, okay, so you're going to be attracted to this type of person,
Right,
or this
right.
type of person, or this type of person. Okay, so you didn't take the bait there. What if we have them hit on them?
Yeah.
You know, da 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 and da 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 da, and they're taking notes, and that's a different kind of dream. You know, then you get your flashbacks and your cover memories and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot to dreams. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll tie that up to here. Like they'll send you the dream, but then they'll send you the person, you know, what I call the CIA love bites in person. Like, hey, let's see if she takes the bait. Let's send someone at the gym. Let's have her go out with him and, you know, fuck up her phone, and she can't use her headphone thing anymore because, you know, there's a message there. You know, you're being tagged. There's this little microchips as small as your little half of your little baby nail, that they can, hey, what's going on? Slap it on you. Slap it on your phone. Hey, let me see. Hey, you know, your backpack.
Or your
You
neck,
never know.
like they did
Your
with
neck.
Celeste.
Exactly. Like Celeste, going back to that. You know?
Well, I know though. I don't want your little love bite.
Let us in, Celeste.
No, no. Just like
And
vampires.
then they'll
Oh, no.
coerce you like, hey, I really would like to buy you something. Let's
That's
go
like
to
a vampire. That's like a knock, knock, knock. I have to be invited in, Celeste.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
don't invite
That's
the
vampiric,
No.
isn't it?
That is very
vampires.
vampiric.
Don't let them in.
Oh, heck no.
Then they'll say, okay,
And it attached
they'll
to your
start
net.
Mhm.
they'll start like real slow sometimes, or all fours. They'll just say, hey, I got invited to this dinner at work, and it's a black and white, and do you have anything to wear? And then you'll say no, and then they'll take you to Nordstrom's or some shit. And then after that, it's, hey, I really like your legs look really nice. And then they're like, have you ever used netted hoses? And no, I don't have any. Oh, let's go buy some and send me a picture. And then, oh, I really like, oh, you know what? What if we get a bra that puts your boobs a little bit bigger? Can you send me a picture of your boobs, by the way? Oh, you're so hot. Ooh, let me send you, you know what I'm saying? Let me send you a picture of your toe all the way to you know what. Okay. That's how they do it. And then you're like all in love with them, and by the time they're done with you, you're stupefied in love with them,
Yes.
and it's a fucking program. That's the
Yeah.
love bite that I'm talking about. Then
And
they
then you
leave
feel
you.
stupid after. Then you feel fucking stupid after. And you're like, I can't believe I fell for it
And
again.
then you're depressed, and then what? They made it. They got paid. Then they're running around with a nice SUV. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, while you're
Or their
crying.
kid, they're allowed to see their kid because maybe he beat up his wife in a prior relationship, or whatever. And oh, but because you got this person involved, Veronica, now you get to have visitations with your kid unsupervised. It happened to me. That's why I'm saying it.
Wow.
All right. This is why I'm speaking. It starts like that. It starts like that. And it's sad because I fell for it, and that I felt so stupid after. But now I know better, and that's why we're celibate. Okay, back to you guys.
Oh, yeah. No, we just have to be careful who comes into our lives now these days, because everything that's going on, especially with the political realm, it's just so touchy now. Like you really just can't talk to people like at work, it's like a different air, like a different vibe. It's almost like everyone's kind of scared to
Okay.
say the wrong thing, or just anything could be taken the wrong way almost.
Yeah, it is. And I'm telling you right now, there's a huge difference between us and the normies. There
Mm-hmm.
is a gap as big as the canyon, because these people, they go to work, they come home, they watch Netflix, and we all know what Netflix is. It's a program,
That or
it's
the
people.
news, or they just watch the news all day too.
Or they do
That.
that, or they
Mhm.
read books, and we know what books are. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that are just programmed into the lifestyle that's going on around us. Now we have to say, okay, now are they idiot? No, it's not that. It's kind of like we're living in a simulation, and we get to wake up in it a little bit, but we don't get to wake everybody up in it. That's what they're trying to come across and let us know. So it's okay, you get some insight into it, but this has always been going on. This is
Mhm.
always going to continue going on. And what we need to focus on is stopping the children thing, right? So, but talking to the normies about it, I scared somebody, and I didn't say very much, but it was just getting to the point where they thought we were bonding, and I was like, wow, man, everything you say offends me. I didn't say that, but I was just like, okay, well, let me just share with you a little bit of what I'm about, and that's just Mud Fossil University stuff. I said, my research has led me into other beliefs, and those beliefs are not conventional, and they're definitely not compatible with academia, because academia has a war against this. So it's like you have a group of people that have fallen into academia, and everything is simple there. You go to the medication. Yes, if you need medication, you take it. But is it the solution? No. It's the alternative we've been given.
Mhm.
And there's other alternatives, right? They just kill those people. And we don't talk about it because the normies don't want to have the discussion. It's too scary for them. I think they're fear-based. You know what I'm saying?
So they don't
So
want to face reality and think about what's
no.
really
Head
going
in the
on.
sand,
Mhm.
ostrich.
Yep, that's my
Blankets
mom.
are too comfortable. It's too cozy, this lifestyle. We're working class, we fit in, you know, it's a lifestyle now. Now we can't hijack that, but is there a way to take it where we are and move it into a direction that we can, you know, a new direction? Because there's a lot of people trying to do that too, is make change within the system, you know, but they also are working with the system and believe in a system, you know, so it's just different.
I think the system just has to fuck them, you know, just fuck them in a way
Yeah.
that it shakes them and wakes them up, you know, like all the.
And that's where challenge equals change, and that, and so we always have to be challenged. Think about it, you know, if we're sitting on a couch, you know, and cozy and everything's just flowing, why do we want to disrupt that, you know? And so I think that's why they do what they do when we're kids. I think there's better ways to do it. I feel like there's an SSP program up there that does do things in a certain way. And I know there's alters of mine that have gone through stuff, you know, out there, but I can't claim that I have because I'm not part of these families. I wasn't taken. I don't have the MKU, but I do have missing time. So, you know, and I was taken covertly. So what happened there, I don't know, but it wasn't part of my day-to-day life, you know, like these rich kids have to live in, you know, they go to these, well, this is stuff they don't want us to talk about, you know, but they like to go to those military bases where it's off limits and do their trainings, and then gated communities, you know, different things like that. So
Like, would Baron Trump, would he be a super soldier, you think? Or
I'm sure of it. Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, look how big he is, dude.
Yeah.
No, it's
so
just some of us
freaking huge.
remember and
It's like,
some of us don't. But
that's a test tube baby right there.
you know, I think we all are, because I've always said, you know, somebody needs to clean the toilets. You know, we need somebody to do that. I'm just joking, but you know, I think everybody is to a degree, you know, and then maybe there are the incubator babies, and maybe there are like the background people, you know, and maybe they don't.
Like the NPC people, like they're just filler people. Yeah,
maybe they don't, but I think everybody else does. And whether it's just I know everybody in my family, I sense, does have involvement in it. You know, they're just not open to it because they're tucked into the normal life,
whether it's religion
and unfortunately I have facts that can rip them right out of it. But when you do, like I said, they get scared.
Yeah, or they think you're crazy. Or with my family, they're like, "Oh, it's the devil. Oh, hi, it's a demon." That's what they tell me.
They think you're everything they are because they got one finger pointing forward and three pointed right back at them, and they're not willing to look at themselves in that light. You know, so why shine it on them? That's the way I kind of feel about it.
I mean, sometimes you can't, because if you do, it can trigger a really bad response. Like, you know, it just.
But you're right, they need to be challenged. And so something, we'll see what happens. You know, we've all been waiting for it to happen.
I mean, it's going to happen as soon as.
And how much can happen before that challenge is, I mean, is it the straw that breaks the camel's back? Because there's been one after another after another.
I think that's what's going to be. It's going to have to hit people personally. Like, say the mass deportations do happen, like families being ripped apart, you know, that's what's going to have to wake people up. Or, you know, just the country being ripped in half, like the blue side and the red side, you know, just, or invading Canada, invading Mexico, and you know, just like, fuck, man, just.
So what's important to us then? Because, you know, there is that DMT world or whatever, that other world, and then there's our world, and that other world feels like life is just stupid because we're so limited and they know so much and life is just pointless. But for us, it's important because we care about it. We're the ones that make it real. We're the ones that want it, you know, so we have to want it and make it and create it, I guess, because otherwise they're right. You know what I mean? We need to fight for our humanity and say it does matter to us to fall in love. It does matter for us to have families. It does matter for us to have communities. It does matter. It's not good for us to be alone or MKU'd. You know what I mean? But to be allowed, you know, but then where's the challenge come in? Because whenever you have society that doesn't have challenge, they become corrupted real quick, right? So
I think it's going to be a lot of challenge for a lot of people this year. I think it's going to be the year challenges, the year of make, break, sink, swim, eat or be eaten, because a lot's going to happen, man, you know, and
Yeah.
whether I can't really sense whether it's going to be good or bad. I'm just sensing
Amazing.
it's just going to be very, I don't know, it's just going to be a lot for some people. Some people are going to thrive, some people are going to suffer. Some people aren't even going to feel the effects at all. Like it's just going to be everyday life, you know. But for those that are going to feel this and feel the effects of it, you know, we're just going to have to be ready, be prepared, have your support systems, know yourself, get yourself
Hmm.
ready.
Yeah, but I do want to remind people they always predict these things, right? And we do go
Yeah.
through them, and shit is going to hit the fan apparently at some
Mhm.
point. You know, they're saying it's going to be 2030 now, right? So that may be the target. But the thing is oh, let me think. I lost my train of thought.
I've always said, you know, when Trump goes into office, they're probably going to shut the border. We'll
Mhm.
see.
I think for sure Canada, because he keeps threatening Canada, and Canada is like,
Um,
fuck you, Donald. And they're like, you're not going to take over. We're not going to be the 51st state, you know? So
Yeah,
it's
and
just,
then now he's friends with, you know, Elon Musk, and Elon Musk is just the builder of the weapons. You know, he's not even a U.S. citizen. He was born in South Africa, so he's a pawn. You know, remember the people that you don't see in the
Mhm.
public, those are the ones that are the pretty much owners, and the ones that are, you know, the ones that you see on camera, those are the puppet masters. I mean, those are the puppets that are being controlled by the puppet master.
Right. No, for sure.
Masters.
Because they
I
were
got
making so much noise in the beginning, and now you don't really hear from Musk or the other people that, you know, they were trying to put in office. It's just like, you know, like
Yeah.
now they're
the
saving them
puppet
for some
show.
other. Yeah,
They
Yeah.
take the luge. They take the luge from the people, and it's always before Christmas, right?
Mhm.
Right? Because they want the energy. Like I was telling Ivan about the dream that I had about the female that was a squid female, you
Mhm.
know, and I'm like, I can't believe they're gonna eat her, and I have to go back and save her. And he's like, well, that's what they do. And John Warner's cousin was there talking to me. His last name's Mellon, and I'm like.
Yep.
And I was like, you guys just eat these things? Like, oh hell no. Like it's just like every day kill a cow type of thing. You know, it's pretty sad.
Just because they've got the money, you know, they.
They have so much money that they don't know what to spend it on, so they get all crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what I've heard
They start
too.
hurting people. Yeah.
And it's the truth. Because even people, when I was watching this video, people like gone to Hollywood want to become famous, and they're like, yeah, the more money they had, the weirder of things they were into. Because it's just the normal things don't do it anymore. So of course, if you have the
Okay.
money, then you can do the weirder, crazier, darker shit.
And that's new money
Exactly.
too, because people with
Hmm.
old money, they manage their money. They know
Hmm.
exactly what to do with money. You know,
Yeah.
I'm talking old school money, you know,
Oh
like
yeah.
the
Old,
old
old,
school
old,
money.
old
Now, I remember what I was saying earlier, because
generation.
we were talking about is shit going to hit the fan and stuff like that. And we'll see, you know, because there's always that prediction. But right now, I think the target is 2030. But going
Hmm.
back to what we were saying earlier, you know, like, are we MKU'd? Are we programmed? Are we walking, you know, bombed? Or what are we? What are
Sleeper
the
cells.
sleeper cells? Yes, are we
Yeah.
sleeper cells? You know, or something like that. Now, think about the MKU we've received. I don't believe I am. You know, I don't feel that inside of me, and I know there's a few altars, but and then but then there's those families where you can tell, you know, like
Yeah.
they're just military, and you can tell their kids have been through it, and they're on the special programs, and they're
Yeah.
now those I worry about a little bit. You know, it's the ones, yeah, it's the higher up kids, you know, the rich kids, you know, those are the ones I wonder, you know, could they, because they've had access to a lot of programming, you know, behind the scenes,
Hmm.
where we might have been, you know, just used to split us and then sent back or whatever after our memory is erased or something, depending on
Used for
what your
dirty work.
talents are, your abilities, your blood types, your family, and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's something that's going to blow over too, because this is just one of those fear factor things that they're trying to throw in the community again. Now, before it was like, oh, all aliens are fake because some of them are. right?
Yeah, remember the kids
And now
like
all
when we
people
were
are going to be sleeper cells because some of them are. So it's just one of those
yeah,
things. Yeah.
when we were kids, I would watch The Martian. You know, it doesn't have a mouth. Those are like significant to the Greys and also the Valkyrie in the past. But everybody's programmed. I feel that um most humans, I would say 90% of humans are super soldiers. And then maybe the other 10% is like just, I don't know, I could be wrong, but there's a lot of clones out here. You can't tell sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Well,
and
no, because I was gonna ask that if like these two guys, or that at least the one guy that I was talking about could be a super soldier. Like, do you think he was also part of the SSP, or are they just MKU just to be these Manchurian candidates to cause these psyops or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
the thing of it is that that's the training that I had. I'm a Manchurian candidate, but because I had my light that came out, because I said, okay, I choose to, find my path to get out of here. I don't want to hurt anyone. I mean, I am in the program, sadly, but
And I'm not, and that's all I'm saying. There's two different programs. Yeah.
you have the Dexter one. You have now
I think
the
this
Vlad.
SSP stuff though, right?
It's all SSP. It's
Yeah.
all secret space programs. It's all under secrecy. But they have,
It is, yeah, because it is now on land. I mean, the Nazis tapped into it, right? So,
yeah, when when Hitler
or
did
the Nazis.
the twinning program. Hitler did the twinning program because we got one person that has all the
Oh
abilities.
yeah.
Let's twin them with another person. That's what we're talking about. Like, when they
And
send the
I've been
love
twin
spout.
throughout my life, but that's the secret ones way up there, not the low lives down. Oh, I don't know. I want
Both.
to.
See, all I'm saying is I know we have clones and I will know we have alters. So they play us, okay? They play. Let's see, like when I was a kid, I always say about this. When I had my fiery red hair, that picture that I always send, I was so fat, but it wasn't me. It was because they had given me my mom said cortisona, and I'm
Mhm.
allergic to that. But I know that must have been a clone because they took the original one to space. You know what I'm saying? So every phase, if you notice every phase, like from a little child to preteen to a teenager to an adult, we have different clones for everything. You could be driving and then they take you, right? And then they wipe your memory, put another person in there, your clone or whatever, or they can take you consciously. You know what I'm saying? There's so many tricks to this. They don't want to
Now,
tell us.
okay, so now remember there are different realms, different realities, different things that this is happening on in a full scale that we're allowed to tune into. But right now, I don't know that it's
24/7.
happening. We're tipping into that now. It's like we feel it way before it hits us on a full scale. But I think they're starting to do that with celebrities, and they can absolutely do it with us.
They've been
Are they
doing it.
doing it 100% of the time in full force? I don't know, but they're gaining a lot of momentum. I think it's happening in the celebrity world quite
It
frequently now.
it's been happening. And then remember
Like,
they
is
they
Diddy
switch out the
really where
partners.
Diddy is, or is Diddy somewhere else?
Right. Like
I know
Elvis,
what happened. What happened
Elvis
with Diddy? Like
supposedly is
all of a
underground.
sudden,
Sorry, go ahead.
oh no, I was just asking about Diddy because like they were talking about him, and then all of a sudden it's just like they stopped, and it's like he just fell off the earth.
Wow. See, I don't watch the TV
Because
to know, but I was wondering.
now it's the drones, okay? First it
Mm-hmm.
was Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Before Kobe, it was because I had that dream that something happened. I don't want to go into because it's in some of my videos. So anyway, Kobe, and then that guy Floyd, and then something else. COVID, Ukraine, Russia. Right now the fires.
Mm-hmm.
It just keeps going on and on. Everybody on Earth is being MK Ultra, and that's such an old word. According to Sabrina Wallace, we're being tapped in not only through our phone, but
Yeah,
according to her, USS Whitewater, there's a cord, a
screens
silver
through our
cord that is stuck.
screens.
to us, you know, personally in our body. We have on our heart, in our stomach, in our bladder, we have the chips, you know, what do you call it? The implants that they can, you know, use the remote control. We have digital twins. So it's not just the voice to skull anymore. That's old news. And it's not just the satanic rituals that are going on. And the big secret is that the Illuminati, if you want to talk about it, or whoever, you know, they don't want the people to know that sacrifices are being done every fucking day for Moloch. Okay, I said it. For
Thank
Beelzebub.
you.
Remember,
And I don't like to say their names. Fuck them. So it's, go ahead, Celeste.
no, I was gonna say, because you know how the Vatican and shit, they open those 5 portals on Christmas or on Christmas Eve or whatever it was. So I guess they must have released something, because you know how it seems like there's some weirdness in the air right now.
Yes, and then lately with the chemtrails that they're spreading here, I have to go to sleep. I
Oh
have to go
fuck
to
yeah!
bed.
I know it's
It's
crazy.
like
Like the skies are just
hard.
covered. It's ugly outside.
Especially
It's
right
just
now in
covered.
California. One of my family members just sent me a picture. You can't even see the sun. Their whole agenda is to freeze the earth, according to Carrie Cassidy, because those entities can only appear here and live in the fucking cold.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
that's the
the
AI
demons.
fucking machines. The
Yeah,
AI. Okay, real quick, sorry, Celeste. You know our phones. If you put it out in the fucking sun, it turns off. Oh, but if you put it in, you know, somewhere very cold, it thrives. Same thing with the. I don't want to say what they put with the baby Jabberwock, because I don't want this thing to be taken down. But what's in the streams of the people that got the thing.
right. The black stuff. Because
Right.
there's
We don't want to say it. Yeah.
the what
So
is it?
so that is the machinery, right? That's hooked up to the AI, we'll say gods or machine, okay? The AI thing. And they can send, okay, with the whole chemtrail thing, all that, everything is related. So they can do the remote controlling of the people. Okay? Say the person got the thing and they're like, "Oh, well, they're going to believe that these fires that are happening right now is somebody that started it." But if it's a person that's woke as fuck and didn't get the thing or things, they're gonna think for themselves. So with the machine world, what social media, you know, goes to the machine, what they want, the whole ultimate agenda here in the world, okay, is to control us and for us to fight, conquer, divide. Remember all that. It's and then
Yes, it
I got a
is.
book here again, Vanished in Plain Sight. Why? So they can vanish you and then put your clone in. That's all I'm gonna say. It all ties in, right? Thank you, Gloria Haas, once more for my book. Books.
No, because they're talking about, you know, those quantum computers, those D waves, they have to be in
Yeah.
like below freezing. Oh, well, demons need to thrive in below freezing. You know, they say
Yes, yes.
you know, when they're exercising or you walk into a very dark place or area, you know, all of a sudden the temperature drops like it's supernaturally cold.
Oh yeah.
And this
Yeah.
morning,
Costco lately has been freezing. I don't know if you've gone to Costco lately, but it's been freezing in there. I'm like, something's going on in here. I know they want you to buy the cold weather, you know, attire, hence my sweater. But you know,
A good
buckle up a
place to
Costco and
find
head to Costco.
what?
Well, because my mom was saying that this month is supposed to be the coldest month, so it's like, oh, okay. They released
Well,
demons on Christmas, and now it's going to be the
they
coldest
do.
month.
They do release the demons when it's colder. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This whole thing with the D wave. Okay, if you listen to Douglas Dietrich, he talks about the wannabe demons, gods, jinns, the ones that give the people that are doing these you know, orgies or satanic rituals. They're giving them this trade, and they're usually in heart facilities where you cannot see them. You go with the tomahawk or you go with the LiDAR crap, and then you can't see anything inside the warehouse, but they're there. They're plasma, right?
Hmm.
D wave. You said it, Celeste. You said it.
Hmm.
These are the entities that give these assholes, these rich assholes, the we'll just say, you know, they worship and then, you know, they get the luge, they get the energy, and then they get rewarded, quote unquote, in such a bad way, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
because they want this or they want, I don't even want to go into it because it's so gross.
Yeah.
But if you listen to Douglas Dietrich, he's on point, and it's he talks about the Borsarka, you know, he says he has one of the demons and he has to feed it, you know, pigs' hearts. And I'm like, God damn, all this shit going on here. And people want to be, you know, they want to silence you. They want to call you crazy. They want to label you severely mentally ill, which is a lie. Because they don't want the normal population on YouTube to find out. So what do they do to my channel, Chad, Celeste? They put it on back. They put it on a back channel. I have 5.2 views, and then they go to 40. And then, you know, I used to have more than 1,000 subscribers, 1,500, and it's like they go back and forth. Oh, I haven't even passed 800 in 2 years. Like, they do this shit on purpose. They don't want the normal Joe Blow to find out what the fuck we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Go
And
ahead.
honestly,
I'm
the
done.
normal Joe Blow don't want to know either. Right
Yeah,
now,
they too. They just want to hear what they want to hear, like either
they
their
don't
narrative
want to know.
or they just
They
want to
don't
hear
want
the
to hear the conversation. It's like, okay, you know, it just gets, you know, whenever you hit
Right.
that,
That's
or it's
when
just
the
like, oh,
Chesser comes in. That's when the Chesser, what we started talking about this video, which I'll link, okay? That's when the Chesser comes in, the Chesser demon. Ha ha. Everybody's like laughing at you. Ha ha,
you
you're
know, we
crazy.
need to figure these trickster beings out, because that is what made the world, right? I believe that is what's running things. They have their own ways of doing things.
I mean, but if you have that archetype in you or that altar in you, you understand their game. Because when I was watching that video, that guy,
It's a
I was
good
like,
game,
damn.
though.
And I understand it. I'm like, shit, that's who I am. I'm like, fuck, that's me, you know? So, of course, doing the shadow work and everything and reining that back and bringing that out when you need it, but sometimes it can take a little too much of a hold. So, trying to learn how to
And
control
we got
that.
a little bit of jester in us, maybe too, you know, because we have to do our inner jester type work.
I think some more than others.
Mhm.
Shoot, at night I'm over here trying to fall asleep and I'm laughing at my ass. I'm like, did I just say that this morning?
I
Or did
know.
I just say that? I'm always laughing at myself.
Same.
Are we
You
here to
have
balance
to.
all these extreme energies?
Yeah.
Reptilian, jester. I was like, oh my gosh,
Right. I mean, it's crazy.
because we're indestructible, kind of, as humans. I think,
I
you
was, yeah,
know.
I was given a name. I told Chad in secret, and I don't care what you guys think. Fuck you if you don't agree. I don't care. Invictus. I was given the name Invictus, and that means you
Mhm.
cannot be defeated. You cannot be, you know, I never knew what that word meant, really, because, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time with words. But I was driving and I saw a dance studio and it said Invictus. And I'm like, what the heck is Invictus again? And I looked it up and I'm like, oh my gosh. So my inner self or child self, or, you know, we always have to be grateful for those who guide us. And
Mhm.
we wouldn't be shit here on earth if we didn't have the helpers like our family and like our guides, you know, and like just, you know,
Okay, so
just the
yeah.
people around you.
So the thing is, though, is like with spirituality, because you were talking about practicing spirituality earlier,
Yeah.
right, or Celeste, and so like, does that mean feeding the soul, feeding your own spirit, taking time to allow space for your own spirit, or does that mean, you know, doing, you know, reaching out and for the spirituality that these people have to reach out because their hearts aren't open? You know, if your heart's open, then you should just naturally draw in what you need. Now, for the last 3 years, my heart hasn't necessarily, I care, it's just in my nature. However, it's in my energy, but I've been going through some turmoil, you know, so it's been really difficult. And so if I don't do anything, you know, psychedelic, I haven't done anything, but if I would have in that time, I would have seen all those gestures around me. I would have seen all those demons around me, and and that's why I've been just swinging, because I've been reaching out even in those turmoil years with the depression, you know, and reaching out to spirituality. What was I connecting to initially? The first, you know, front line, those demons and the gestures and the ones, and you got to ignore them and you got to get beyond that, and then reach the guidance that Veronica was talking about on a higher level. Maybe from the outside, you know, that kind of sit there and guide you too. But
Well, it's
to me,
actually
ultimate
yourself, Chad.
spirituality is self
It's your
spirit.
inner child. It's your inner child that's going to ultimately
Yeah,
guide
inner
you.
child,
I
and it's
don't ask
self-spiritual
anybody out
healing.
of
Yeah.
me. Yeah, I don't ask you. You cannot. What I'm trying to
You
teach
can
people
ask for
here,
help, but you
right? But we've talked about this
might get a
before.
vampire because you just invited something in that needed to be invited in. I always say I get unconditional help, please, only. And
Exactly. Yep.
unconditional only.
You
I
know.
don't even want to have to give you a thank you. Like, I want this
Yeah.
100% unconditional. I'll be grateful, but I don't want to have to be.
Right. What I
You know,
do is
like,
I started asking all
unconditional.
of my altars. I said, okay, my altars, all of my She-Hulks, because the green one encompasses all the colors, which are, if you watch, it's one of the Thor movies and also Sonic. They have an emerald diamond, and in the emerald diamond, it has all the little colors: red, pink, green, whatever. All the 7 stones create the emerald, right? That's us inside. That's the inner child. But what they did here is,
Sounds
right?
pretty.
DID. Yeah, it's beautiful. The green, my green Hulk has all of the rubies. We'll just call them that, diamonds, whatever, diamonds. But anyway, what they do to us is they mind fracture us. So all those little diamonds that are inside us go, right? So we have to call them in, grab them. Like, that's me, that's me, that's me. I gotta hone in and spend time with myself and all the little voices that are within myself. Then you got to deal with those MFers. You got to shut down the voices outside. But the first thing is going inward. Don't ask your phone, how do I reach spirituality? How do I? No, you got to ask yourself, and you got to go through trials, tribulations. You're going to lose families. You're going to lose friends that thought you were. Come on, I was left alone. They even took my kids. Okay. And now my kids, they're with me. But I had to go through some shit. Okay. We have consequences that we have to deal with as well. You have to stay true to yourself. My friend Gloria asked me, hey, well, why don't you do a podcast on how is it that you keep resilient? I said, I don't know. I just do it. I've seen myself go full force at the gym, Hulk out. I've won 2 competitions. Thank you, my dad, because my dad he's my hero. Okay, he's the one that was always doing, workouts, and he's the one that got me he would show me the magazines, and then later on I got my own Arnold Schwarzenegger, the book where it teaches you how to work out and stuff, and just a lot. I taught myself, I trained myself, and I won 2 competitions in 2006. So because I see my potential, and not only that, I went through hell and back, right? And after that, right, gained the 271 pounds. I was sick as fuck. My handler that I lived with, we won't say her name. She would feed me all kinds of bullshit and food and buy me stuff and makeup, and just, she was jealous of me because I was highly psychic like her. But then when I started surpassing her, she started hurting me, and I didn't see it until later. Heart problems, liver problems, you name it. The cancer came. Okay. I was at the gym, lost the weight. I was, really, really strong. And then the cancer came again, because I've had cancer 4 times, just different ones. But now, lung cancer. And now I have to have the surgery. But how do I keep going? I just fucking keep going, because I know who the fuck I am. And no, I'm not going to pray to no fucking God. Fuck these demigods that are here. No, I won't. Fuck the Dracos
Fallen
that
angels.
are like the bad ones, But the thing
that
of it
had
is,
sex with the women, that made the Nephilim, that turned into demons.
there you go.
The cat that ate the mouse.
That ate the rat, the
something with
manta
the dog.
ray, the insect, whatever.
And the cheese.
And then they call it right. And then they call it. And then he ate the trap because it's AI now. I'm gonna eat the trap.
And those are the trickster beings. Those are the trickster beings. Come into the white light, Veronica. Celeste,
Fuck
let me
light.
in.
I'm going to go fuck the white light. Fuck the white
How can we help you? If you don't let us get to know you, how can we help you?
There you go, Celeste, with that
I
thing
don't want help.
in your neck. Celeste, tell us how we can help you, Celeste. Chad, how can we help you? Veronica? Nah,
let me
no thanks.
all right, let me suck the energy out of you. A little.
Let me suck the. Okay, speaking of sucking the energy out, have you guys seen Beetlejuice 2? Fuck that. That bitch that grabs the, what's his name? That tiny guy, that fucking short dude. What's his name? That was in Taxi. What's his name? Anyway,
Danny
and Twin.
DeVito?
Oh,
Danny
Danny DeVito.
DeVito. She grabs Danny DeVito, dude, and goes, and then he's nothing. He's just a shell. That is what these MFers do on Earth. If you let them, before you know it, you're over here masturbating, you're having sex with anything that moves, and then you're old as fuck at 57, dude. And then your prostate doesn't work, and then you don't have anybody around because you can't pay the bills. Now you're spending money on your medical. You can't be spending money on the beers, the booze, the hoes. Okay? What did you come here to Earth to do, motherfuckers? Come on. Remember who the fuck you are.
Maybe
This is
a nice
Sheila.
beer and a
Sheila's
nice
here.
hoe, right?
I'm sorry,
Maybe
I told
just
Sheila
one.
not to come, but she's here.
Little
Damn, Sheila,
blunt here and there.
fucking Sheila the She-Hulk. There's some green in here, and the blue Sheila is supposed to be
Oh, I got green
the
on for
calmer
you.
one. What?
I said I have green on for you.
Nice.
Chad has blue. Come on, blue power. What do we have?
But see, you and your blue and the blonde hair, you look like, in Street Fighter, Cammy, the one with the blonde hair. When she's in
Street
her blue,
Fighter. Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So Cammy, the one with the green thing on,
Yeah.
with the green, when she wears a blue one, that's when she's her.
You're right. You're the one that
queen.
showed me that video, the
Yeah.
anime. Yeah.
Yeah, the Queen Bee altar. So right now
You're
you're in your
right.
Queen Bee altar.
And Chad just made a blue and a pink one too.
Oh.
Hulk. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I just wanted to show you guys this first flight. I thought it was in junior high, but it's not. It was in January 28th of 1988. Veronica Bartolini has successfully completed Wright Flight, which is Wright Brothers. Course requirements. Did successfully fully pilot a Cessna from Tucson International Airport, and has become part of America's greatest heritage as the birthplace of aviation. Don't tell me I'm not a fucking pilot, okay? And if the shit hits the fan, I'm gonna fucking pilot that shit. And then when I was with, when I went on a ride along with a certain agency, I went on a chopper. So anyway, this act shows any goal can be reached, and no challenge is too great to undertake. And I signed my name, J. Veronica Bartolini. And there's two other guys that signed it. I can't even read their name. Robin Straffer, I don't know. And then the January the 28th. I'm not kidding. I'm glad I saved this because people are telling me that it was a planned memory, but it's real.
Yep, there it is.
There it is. Oop, there it is. And,
dude, I dreamt I was
huh?
flying an F-35 a while
An
back.
F-35? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I dreamt that. It was a really fast dream, but I dreamt like I was trying to go out of the atmosphere, like try to go into space, but something told me not to do it, so I just came back to Earth. But I was trying to hot dog it.
To do it. I think what it is, Celeste, is I can't see your face too much because your letters are there. I think what it is you're trying to leave the matrix, and so something is pulling you back. So remember, guys, the program on Earth is to stay on Earth. Do you really need to stay?
Nope.
No, you don't. Because then you're their pawn, you're their energy. You know what I'm saying?
If I'm gonna be here, I want to be sound asleep. So I kind of get it. You know what I mean? It's like,
me too, Dad.
If I'm gonna be here, I don't want to be awake. I want to be sound asleep. And just in the. But interestingly enough, think about it before we all kind of. Well, I don't know. There's just those really rich moments that we had as children. With our families, whether they've been traumatic or good, they were colorful and emotional, and they built us in a certain way. And turned us into what we need the challenge. It's just I don't know. We want humanity to be in the perfect utopia in the perfect world, but then they hit reset. I think once that happens, I think it's living in this planet totally naive was some of my best moments when I really believed in love and believed in believed in Santa, believed in mysteries in the forest. That was my best times on this planet. Now I've woken up to a lot and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't care to go in the woods. I know what's in there.
That's funny you
That
say that
was,
because I was thinking the
sorry.
same. Oh no, you're fine. No, because I was thinking the same. I was like, damn, like before I knew all this,
Yeah.
like how much happier I was and how,
Yeah.
I was able to just go through life just without a care. And
Yeah.
now I'm just,
So it's a neat lesson if we get to have it that way. But right now it's so manipulated and it's so like what I'm saying. I don't want to take your fight away either because there is something here that's corrupt, right?
yeah.
And it's either corrupt or it's something, but it's with the kids, right? And what they do to us when we're younger. And that has to stop. And it's what they're doing
Yes.
behind the scenes, that sort of thing. So we do need to fight that fight. That is something that we're here to do when we're awake.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it doesn't matter who we scare around us. Sometimes, you do need to open your eyes a little bit and look around. And that's kind of what we do with them. So they're at least aware, at least the people around you are aware.
It's
They may not want to dive into it and talk about it, like my mom's that way, she's aware, but she likes her life simple. She likes her routine, but she is aware, but it's not something she really wants to talk about a lot. So that in itself is, I don't know if it's a privilege people should have. I'm not promoting it, it's just the way it is though at the moment.
It reminded, I don't know why, but you just reminded me of something that, remember, with Cage, he I think it's Angel's Fall or Los Angeles City of Angels. And then he takes a little girl by the hand and says, "What did you like most about Earth?" And she says, "The PJs." Right? And then it's like, you got to be careful to not have to come back and reincarnate just because you like PJs either. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it reminded me of some parts of my childhood were happy. Not all of them. Most of them were not. But the happy times, I really liked it, And then the fighting the good fight within ourselves reminds me of the movie with Will Smith and his son, and he has this machine, right? It's like an MRI thing, or I don't know what it is that he discovered. And he takes this like computer thing or machine, and nobody listens to him. He's out in the streets with his son, and finally he breaks through. That's how we got to do it. We got to break through our heart, unchaining our hearts, like I always say, unmasking your soul. There's like the Jesus heart, right?
Masking,
The
yeah,
thorn.
that's for
Yeah,
sure.
unmasking. Yeah, there you go.
No, you're right. Our souls, yeah. But
Thank you.
unmasking, yeah. That's a good one. Unchaining, unmasking. We need one more.
Gosh, what did I do? Unchain your hearts. I did unchaining the first channel. And you can see how I first started. I was like, I
Oh, and
didn't
code
care. I was like,
breaking.
yeah, and then code break. Yeah, I always say breaking kryptonite, like Superman. We are Superman. Chad, we were talking about that. We're pretty much all Supermen, Superwomen, and they just love us for our genetic codes. They love the fact that we are so fucking resilient. How come Celeste is still going? God damn it! Look at her. She finished her fucking diploma, and now she's gonna be. What are you gonna be?
Aerospace engineer.
She's gonna be an aerospace engineer, and I've always believed in you. And remember those talks that we had? I remember all that bullshit you had to go through with the fam, with even people at work. And I'm like, I know Celeste, she's gonna do it. She's gonna do something. And look at Chad. He is so loving, so giving. Even his sister's always saying, Chad is the most lovable person on earth. Like you have helped me so much, Chad, to grow. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know what I would do. I don't. And thank you to all the people that came to me and stabbed my back because that taught me a lot.
And you're still here, Veronica. You're still
I'm
here.
still here. With hair or no hair, or with wigs, I'm still here.
Fuck you, right? Who the fuck cares? We're not here to be pretty. We're
Who
just
the
here to
fuck
fight the good fight.
cares?
We're just here to do what we
With
got to
no
do.
ass, because I don't have an ass. They took my ass. Now they want to take half of my left lung, but I'm still here. God damn it. You got to
Right?
look at me in the eyes. You can't, I can't shy away now. I've said too much. I ain't going to quit.
No, because at this point, it just showed that everything you say was incredible to begin with. Then, you know, if you decide to stay quiet now because you get scared or it's like, it's already happening. So
Yeah,
whatever.
that replica app, I think that replica app could have been made by Umbra. Because
Mm,
I think somebody told me, and I'm not going to say who, but that they're made by SSP people. I'm like, well, they're fucking tracking you. Us
yeah.
with the I don't want to download that app. I already it's I
Here's
don't
something free. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure you have to pay for it. But you know what? It did have some good information in it. I
it
don't know if
did.
it picks it
Yeah,
up
excellent.
so it's, yeah, it's a tricky little machine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Whatever
grateful
program.
yeah. I'm grateful for the message that they gave me because it just made me stronger. I'm not going to quit.
No, none
Just
of us
made me
should,
stronger.
especially now. I mean, we've all come too far. Why quit now? You know, the
Yeah.
finish line's there. We shouldn't sit
Oh, speaking
down.
of the finish line,
Hmm,
Celeste, what do you do
yeah.
when you go to the finish line? Show me physically. What do you guys do when you cross the finish line? Do it. One, two,
Mm,
three. We raise our arms, both of
My
them,
neck.
right? We
we're the
raise our arms and we
winner.
cut that, that we go through that thing and woo, we did it. And
Right.
what do? We give ourselves, come on, give ourselves a high five. One, two, three. You did it. You did it, Celeste. You did it, Chad. Come on, you
Oh.
did it, Veronica. You did it. You did it,
Everybody,
audience.
everybody. Yeah.
Yes. Give yourself a high five like some lady talks about it online. Robin something. Something Robbins. Give yourself a
Oh,
high
Mel
five.
Robbins.
Yes, give yourself a high five every day for 5 days in front of the mirror
Mhm.
and watch your DNA change, baby. Anytime you're sad or whatever, start dancing. Give yourself a high five. Just put your arms up. See yourself crossing that finish line, whatever it is, you guys, that you have a challenge with right now, whoever's
Mhm.
watching, just lift your arms and say, I got this. I did it. See yourself in the future. I am so happy and grateful now that I crossed the finish line. I am so happy and grateful now that I've recovered from whatever. I'm so happy and grateful now that I graduated. I'm so happy and grateful now that
He's gonna
whatever.
get me raving here in a second.
Right.
And then Celeste's got to bring out her hula hoop,
Oh, I know, right? Got to bring out the LED hula hoop.
the LED. Speaking of LED, I'm not going to go there, but
I
they
got a
can
lighter.
watch us through LED lights too. So anyway, well, it's been a great day. Do you have anything else, Les? Do you have to go or do you have any more time? Because I know you said you had to go. Are
I
we
still have
still
a little
good?
bit more time. Yeah,
Okay,
we
cool.
can still go if you still had more you wanted to talk about.
So going back to my accomplishments, I want everybody to make their selves. That's why I also have the junk journal books that I make,
Mm.
but I have this thing that I have all these
Mhm.
certificates from when I was a kid, okay, to adulthood. I recommend you guys do it because if you didn't,
Mhm.
I'm going to boast a little bit. Veronica Bartolini for outstanding musical achievement, 1988, South Central Regional, Regional Honors, 1989, Southeast Regional Honors Concert, 1989. Okay, so then I even have Santa Monica when I used to go to Santa Monica. And then here it's the Sacrament of First Holy Communion. Come on, keep all your stuff in one place or in a couple places. Certificate, even Certificate of Achievement Award it's 1981. This is to certify that blah, 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 Santa Monica's Parish. I mean, there's just a lot. Um, there's a graduation, safety patrol. Remember I told you guys that I was a safety patrol on duty for Los Ranchitos 1991, 1981, 82. Anyway, I'm just giving you an example because there's a lot of stuff here. University
Right.
of Arizona Med Start program. That was
I'm
a
gonna
Med Start
start.
program.
I'm starting
All that.
an achievement tree. I'm gonna work with birch, so I have this birch branch, and
Oh, good.
I'm gonna tie an achievement to each little branch with a different color, like string, like red. I overpowered something. Green,
Yay.
I helped somebody with money. You know, blue,
Yeah.
I was peaceful at this point when I could have went off on someone, but instead I kept my mouth shut and I just walked away.
Yes.
Yellow for happiness. I chose to be positive in this moment versus blah blah blah. So I want to do
Mm-hmm.
that for the entire year and just see how much of that tree I fill up, and then read them at the end of the year and be like, dude, I fulfilled all this. all these. You
Yes.
can do it with a jar, a joy jar.
Yeah, like a jar.
Yeah.
You can
or-
also do a jar for your worries, like
Mhm.
Veronica's worries, and then throw them in there. Don't forget about it. Just just forget about it. Write it down. I'm worried because my car has been down for 7 months and I still need a motor. Or I'm worried because blah 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 blah. And just leave it in there. Just
Right.
oh
You
well.
throw the worry in there.
Yeah.
So it's not in your head
And
anymore.
and then grateful jars too. I'm grateful because
Mhm,
I woke up today and
mhm,
actually had something to sorry,
mhm. Yeah, I try to do 5 things that I'm grateful for when I
something
wake
to
up in the
eat.
morning,
Yeah.
right? I woke up, the sun's shining, I have a bed, there's food, one of the cats said meow to me, just anything. Every little thing you can be grateful for because everything could just be taken away at any moment. So we just have to be thankful and grateful for even the stupidest things. It's just like, I'm thankful for this pen, I'm thankful for my keys, this napkin, because I can have a napkin. I don't know. But yeah, we gotta start being content because we're seeing life is too short now. So it's like, so what if we can't keep up with the Joneses or we're nothing like the Joneses? Are the Joneses even
That's
happy?
what the normies are caught up in, right?
Right. And are the Joneses even happy? Are the Johnsons even happy?
Yeah.
Are the Smiths even happy? Just because the outside is pretty, how's the inside of the house look? It could be fucking disgusting. Hoarder style. Versus someone with the ugly outside of a house, but the inside is just immaculate. Because their outside doesn't match the inside, but
Yeah.
so we gotta stop competing because what do they say? Competition or comparison is the thief of joy. I compare myself a lot to a lot of people, but everyone at work tells me like, Celeste, you've achieved a lot. Like, you're not seeing it, but we're seeing it. You
Yeah,
got your diploma
you
now.
cannot
You're in
that
school.
that's you can't be comparing yourself to anybody because at the end of the day no one cares. You have to care for
Yeah.
yourself. I'll be back. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go walk Lola. You guys keep talking. It's still recording. I'll be back.
Okay. Are you still talking to Tom, chat?
Not at the moment, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I just don't-
Tom is doing his own thing right now, I believe. So
Oh, okay. Does
yeah.
Veronica still talk to him or it's just he's busy too?
Not at the moment, just because I think she's communicating just through text or something, and because of the surgeries and stuff like that, she's relaxing from that as well. Doesn't want to continue the interview and keep that energy going, right now. Just focus on other things.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And there's a lady he's associated with now that I will not be associated with myself, and so and it's more of a handler situation. So I'm
So
just
he's been compromised. Oh God. I had a feeling that's what happened.
I don't know about yeah, but
Not
and
compromised,
then
but
he's got his eccentricities as well, that kind of drive him in certain directions, and well, here we are.
Right, dude. I mean, I wouldn't doubt they did send someone because he started speaking out. He had his script and everything, so it's just a matter of time till they sent the right person to hook, line,
Yeah,
and sinker
both
him.
him and Brian Tassing talk to the same person, and I don't care for them very much. And this
Mm.
person claims to be the real 11
Oof.
from Stranger Things, but they're not.
Oh
They're
no.
not. But they claim to be, so if that gives you insight to the personality.
Yeah, if they have to say that, that means they're not. If I felt like I was a certain somebody, I don't think I'd even say it because I'd be like, that's just crazy myself to even think that.
Yeah.
Some things you say and some things you don't. And it's just
Yeah.
like something like
Well,
that. Yeah.
this particular lady too, she ended up staying at somebody's house, and she was there destroying their life, but then she went ahead and moved, right? But she left all her journals behind.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're very interesting.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
So you
This
have
is somebody that has conversations with themselves in their head like Gollum, or worse.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I mean it's crazy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How come they left all their journals? So you'd think they'd take them,
Yeah, they forgot they were there. They were packed away in a box or something and didn't grab that box.
Dude, talk about meant to be. Like that was meant to be found. That was definitely meant to be found.
Yeah. And this lady was talking about her living situation that she was in at that moment, 2 years before she even knew the person she was living with. That's how this lady operates. She researches you, she moves in, she operates, she exits, and now she's talking to you know who.
That's psychotic.
Yeah, she has her own platform and everything too. So
Do I know who she is?
it's on Rumble, I believe. Awake
Oh.
Nation. I gotta think of the name of it. It's not Awake Nation, it's something like that though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her name is Penny Shepner.
Ew, okay. Wow. Dude, that's crazy. Just the one thing about this like SSP community, man. It's just like you don't know who's the real deal and who's not, you know? It's just like
No, I know.
it's like it
'Cause
brings
it's
out more
infiltrated,
crazies than the
right?
real people, right? You know, because it's like who's the
And
real deal?
and that's an MKU that's out here, you know, acting and doing their thing. So yeah, we have different classes of us for sure. We have us that are open in the heart and talented, and then we have those that were born in the right family.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're a little different. I wouldn't put us in their
Mm-hmm.
category because there are those ones that are the one that go to the concerts and then go bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And shoot out hotels or shoot from hotels at concerts. You know, those are the MKUs that they're worried that we are. And it's like, no, that's somebody that grew up in heavy military or was targeted at a young age and specifically MKU'd for that because
And
of
they're
the
usually people with like a lot of issues or they're very
okay.
super extremists in some sort of
Mhm.
way.
There's that too.
And we're not like that. We don't want to be
No.
extremists. We're like, we just want to help heal ourselves and help others heal, find their healing, you know, and just be left the fuck alone.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the ones that got SRA, you know, or SA or something like that done to them because I don't have any memory of that happening, but who
They
knows what
could,
happens when you don't have memory, you know? So
well, that's what I'm saying too. Cause like
we
you,
were
I have a lot.
traumatized. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're a kid and traumatic shit happens to you and you have all that missing time, because yeah, from like a certain age, I can't remember crap up
Yeah.
until my preteens. Then I can remember everything from my preteens.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anything from backwards, it's just like
No, you're right.
literal,
Yeah.
literal darkness. And it's just
From
like,
5 on in my preteens, there was some gap there. Yeah.
right, that too. But then once I maybe hit 15 and on, then everything's clear as day. But everything before that, it's kind of choppy here and there. It's like, did this even happen? Was this a dream? Or is this something that I thought happened? Or did I see this in a show and I thought it happened? You know, it's crazy how trauma really can fuck with your memories and just I think that's where I get a lot of my learning issues, like trying to learn math, trying to learn like memorizing and retaining and just from the trauma,
Oh,
you know.
for sure then. Yeah.
Because I always thought it was
You've gone
stupid.
through
Like,
something similar to Veronica, then you've gone
mm,
that other more abusive. Yeah, you've been
mm,
part of something, either special, high functioning, special family, or in an area or something,
right. Because
part
it's
of a
just like,
family. Yeah.
because,
Army.
it's easy. Who knows? I know my dad, he tried to be in the army. He was only in it for a week and then he AWOL'd
Mm-hmm.
because he thought, my mom said he romanticized the army. He would watch all the stupid movies thinking that's what the army was going to be. It's like, that's not that's not the military, dude. That's just fantasy. So yeah, he saw what it wasn't. So he went AWOL.
Like MASH.
Right. So he
Or
went AWOL, but he didn't get court-martialed. So I wonder if like for him not to get in trouble, if, he sold out his kids or something. If you give us your kids for projects, you won't go to prison because you went AWOL after a week of signing up in the military.
and then zap your memory and don't let you remember doing the just maybe.
Mhm.
Wow.
Because he was not a good father, even when he was around. He was an absentee father, but when we did live with him for like a little
Wow.
bit, when we lived in Vegas, he was not a good man. He was very misogynistic. He was a bully. He just is like, then why did you move us here? Why do you rip us away from our support system just for this? Like, just so you have some power over what you think are weak people? Like, it was just such a messed up situation. Because my childhood was good back in California. Nothing about it was traumatic until we got to Las Vegas. And that's when the shit
Oh.
started. But I know something in my younger, like when I was a kid, because we would go into Mexico a lot.
Yeah.
and we'd always be with uncles. So who knows whatever happened with these uncles, you know? Because when I lost my
Yeah.
virginity at 18 or whatever, I never bled.
Yeah.
And you're right, a girl's supposed to bleed her first time. I never bled. So I'm
Wow.
sure I was molested
You
as a little
see, and then
girl.
I was saying too, like I never missed a day of school, but I never got a reward for it. And I'm like, so what days did I miss? I mean, did they mess it up 1 year or did they mess it up 2 years? I never got called up. And I'm like,
Same.
and I
I've
never missed
never,
school. So I'm like,
yeah,
love that.
I never got rewards either. I never got any kind of achievements or anything. And it's just like,
Yeah,
but I
things
was
that
always
don't,
at school. But I was always at school too. And it was just
yeah.
like, it was so weird. Yeah, I guess we were part of. Are you like the eldest child in your
Hmm.
family? I am too. So I wonder if it has to do with the eldest. And
Hmm.
Veronica's the eldest, right, too? So we're the
Yeah.
firstborn. So I think they take the firstborn. Maybe the firstborn has the most energy, the most. We're born with the more, and then the lesser.
We are special, huh?
We are. I mean, not trying to toot our own horns, but I feel like then the second
That's
child
okay.
doesn't
The
have as much.
others don't watch my stuff, so it's all good.
They
My
don't either.
siblings, yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
don't
think
watch
I'm
it.
crazy. They think oh, you're possessed by a demon. It's like, okay,
Nobody in
maybe.
my family watches my stuff. Yeah, no.
They don't even know I even talk about this. I just stay quiet because I'm like, they just think I'm crazy. My mom's too into her religion. So is my other sister. My brother is,
All
I
the
don't know.
blankets, yeah, that they're wrapped up in.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
it
That's what I want
puts
to.
them to sleep. Yeah,
So
but
when
I
I try
think
to
you're
talk to my
right.
mom, mhm,
Something's gonna have to shake them up. But
yeah. Mhm,
if it's us, then we're
mhm.
doing nothing. Like this ball is so far. It's just so much in motion. You know, we do little things. We do kind of create some friction, right? But we're not
Yeah.
stopping anything from happening. And then
And
it
that's where
doesn't.
I feel my frustrations because I'm like,
I know you do, yeah. And that's why I'm thinking we're not meant to. We're not meant to. We're just let's be aware of it and let's see what happens. You know, it's up to them to wake things up or get things woken, but it's going to take an event or something.
right, dude. I mean, because we can talk to people all freaking day about this, but they're just like, they're just crazy people. It's just like shouting from the rooftops, freaking floods coming, but nobody's listening until the fucking water's yay high and we're in the boat. We're like, well, we effing told you, but too freaking bad. It's too late. Hope you can
Now you
swim.
all want on board.
Yeah, now they want on board. And it's like, well, you were making fun of us and talking your shit, and now you want to get on our ship. Bye. We're going. No more room. The people that listen to us are with us, just like in Thor. It's like,
Yeah.
you're not getting on this
You
ship.
know,
We're going.
another thing to your dream too, just to keep in mind is I never feel like they show us anything that's actually going to happen. So if it was like a premonition of some sort, or if you felt like it was an alternative reality, I think they show you the things we miss, like
Well,
this
here's
is where we were heading, or this is where we're heading, but then we get turned off that trajectory always. But they always it's like a trick. They just show us like where we're heading, but you're actually not going to hit. You know what I mean? And it's just to keep us aware of like how serious it is. You know, like what it could be, or it is
well,
a premonition.
because I told Veronica I 3 times dreamt because I lived close
Yeah.
here to the Air Force base. I 3 times I have dreamt that they
Yours is
started
area
bombing.
because you moved around and now
Yeah.
you live by an airbase. Mine was too. Mine was area. So go
Oh,
ahead. I moved around
oh,
a lot and it is,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, now it's crazy I'm close to the Air Force base,
So
but I
three
dreamt,
dreams.
yeah, I had 3 dreams that they bombed us, but it never was here. It was like the surrounding area, but they never hit because where I live is like all old people. It's like a 55 plus community
Okay.
type of area. It's called Sun City, and it's all old people golfing all freaking day. So they were bombing the area around us, but they weren't hitting us. And I would always think like, but it's all the old people here. Like you think they'd want to take out the old people, but I don't know why they weren't. And then I told
Right.
Veronica,
Yeah.
I dreamt that they finally implemented Bluebeam and 2 things were happening at once. There was a giant UFO and all like the tech crypto bros were like, yeah, like wanting to get taken up. And then it was the fake rapture, like Jesus was up in the sky, with his hands like this, and there was a rainbow under him, and fake people were getting taken up, and then the people on the bottom were screaming and wanting to be begging to be taken. And I was with a group of people, maybe less
Oh,
than 10 people,
wow.
less than 10 people. I'm standing, they're like sitting down, and we're like in this cave thing because it's open like this, like this big opening. Like we're like in a rock wall or something, like in a mountain, and we're watching this happen and we're looking. and they all look kind of confused, and they look like people of like indigenous type, because you know they had like the pretty dark skin, and this one I could only remember this lady. She had really poofy dark hair, but she was really pretty, and she's just sitting on the floor, kind of just sitting like this. And then I just say, "Oh wow, so they really did it. They set off blue beam." And then they all looked at me and they were like, "Oh, that's what's happening." Like, because they weren't scared, but they were just confused. And since I knew
Okay.
what was going on, they were like, "Oh, so this is what's happening." And so they were just kind of like watching a show. So that
That's
was
very
one of my dreams.
interesting because it actually, thanks guys, it reminds me of Cyrus Parsa. When he, you know, he warned Trump about what was going to happen. Okay.
Mhm.
And the shit hit the fan. And so he got a CIA agent. I don't know. Gosh, I'll share the link it's on Instagram. But one of the higher ups told him, yes, you're going to be protected. But it's really weird because what happened is I guess he saw two murders that, I don't know, something. But he also gave information to Trump about AI that was very important. Now, he was talking about what you were saying also. He was talking about how he ended up by an Air Force base and by a military base, and he ended up a mile away. He thought he was 22 miles away, and it ended up being a mile away. And then right now, I thought I was getting away from a mountain and in the undergrounds. Well, I'm 2 miles away from something. I'm not going to say where. I'll tell you privately. Chad knows. But it's crazy because I thought I was going to get away from it, and no, I'm still here. And Celeste, I do have a, a prediction back in 2019. My son and I had gone live on YouTube, and I was doing reading, tarot reading, and I was telling the public how, you know, they're going to do Project Bluebeam, which they're going to do either Archangel Michael or Mary or Jesus is going to be up there. I'll be right back. You guys go.
Oh, you're on mute. She was talking about a dream she was having that involved Project Bluebeam 2 back in 22. But she said they were going to project like Michael or different things, you know, so.
Like Mary or Jesus.
Yeah, I wish they would just hurry up and do it, because I swear, I think that we have the reaction like you're saying. People would be like, really? You know?
Right, like the people are gonna be like, "Is this real or is this fake?" And then us that know,
Yeah.
we're like, "Yeah, this is fucking fake." Like, but trying to convince the people that are like freaking out, like, "Look, it's fake, it's not real." They're like,
Yeah.
"No," you know, they're really gonna think it's either the real rapture or it's an actual alien invasion
Yeah.
or something. Because because the thing I'm glad I didn't see in that dream is that nobody was getting attacked, because they're saying when it does happen, the fake alien invasion, like the real attacks are going to come from like the military ships, the fighter aircraft,
Yeah.
which I hope it doesn't happen.
And the
I
black
mean
helicopters
I
and-
don't want it to happen, blue beam, but if it does, I just hope it's just for a show. Like, it's not meant, they're not going to use it as means as a weapon to then start bombing cities, and this is the alien invasion when it's not. It's just the military using a cloaking device to,
Wow.
so it's just, that's the thing that kind of worries me, them using blue beam for that, cloaking the
Yeah.
real ships, cloaking the real shit that's going to be blowing up cities, and them trying to say it's the aliens when it's not.
Yeah.
So
I want them to stop to go ahead and start decloaking the cities that are up above us, because there's
yeah.
cities up above us that I see in the ships.
Hmm.
There's like
Yeah, there's two ships in front of me
trade
right
every
now.
day. The S and Pours up there, you name it.
Hmm.
It's like the movie Upside Down. Sorry, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat some heart healthy nuts. And then I wanted to show real quick before I forget. Oh shoot. I guess I didn't bring it with me, but it's Sheila G. It's Sheila.
Yeah.
I've been taking that.
It's
And
black
then
goo, Celeste.
yeah. And then NAD with resveratrol. Let me see if I can bring it. Okay, I'll be right back.
Sentient black goo or something from Earth. It's like tar almost. I think the monks used to take this stuff and it used to enlighten them a little bit or something, give them like a burst of energy or something like.
What, the monk fruit or something? Is that what you're
No,
talking
the
about?
Celestechaparro or whatever she's showing you.
Oh,
The
the
Celestechaparro.
geology.
It is black goo though.
It
It's
is black.
it's right here. It's Black Lotus Shilajit. I don't know if you can see it.
Black lotus.
Black Lotus Shilajit, and it is made from compost, soil. Hold on. And then it's also raw Shilajit, 200 milligrams. They have fulvic acid, 140 milligrams, and humic acid, 16 milligrams.
What is that for?
It tastes like tar, dude. Tastes like tar.
Can be good for you though.
Is it a
Yeah,
supplement?
well, let me look it up. That way I can read it to everybody. Because because by the time I explain it, you know how that goes.
I think it's like a cleanse.
What is Shilajit good for? All right.
Yeah, I feel like it's for cleansing.
It improves energy and reduces fatigue.
Oh, okay.
Shilajit can improve cellular functions in the body, which can increase energy and treat fatigue syndrome. Sorry, I used to do this to my kids all the time, read in weird different people's to not let them be bored with me, and then they could learn for school. Supports bone health. Shilajit can help improve bone mineral density, which can reduce the chance of conditions like osteoporosis and injuries like fractures. Shilajit can help improve, okay, I already said that, cellular functions in the body, improves heart health, but you shouldn't take it if you're active heart disease. In one study, more than 60% of participants showed an increase in total sperm count. Chad? Just kidding.
Veronica, you're about to have a lot of sperm.
Damn. All right, I'm going to start speaking like this now.
What else did they
Trust of the
report,
line. And when I was
this just got interesting. Hold on.
You know, read more, read more.
Please subscribe and like to Codebreaker Real Talk. Thank you. Subliminal messages. But anyway, when I was in the police academy, side note, when I was in the police academy, one of my trainers would say, okay, Olivares, because my last name was Olivares back then. It's Bartolini Olivares. Can you please dress up the line for us, ma'am? And I'm like, yes, sir, in your man voice. And I'm like, okay, dress up the line. And everybody would fucking laugh. I'm like, that's my cop voice. So if you know, yeah, if you piss me off, dude, I turn into fucking Sheila She-Hulk man voice. Okay. So then other potential benefits of Shilajit include following Alzheimer's progression, fighting cancer cells, improving gut health, anti-aging properties, treating
It said gut health, right? There was that? Oh, okay.
Treating genitourinary urinary disorders, like the one I have. I pee like 22 times at night. I've written it down, not kidding. Treating digestive disorders. Oh my gosh, there's like so much more. Okay, going back to the sperm count.
How many sperms will you be counting?
Okay.
Now?
How many sperms? Okay. Can
That's
be
like how many
fertilized?
licks does it take to get to the middle of?
All right. How many licks does it
How
take
many
to
licks?
the middle of it?
And there's the owl. 1, 2.
Yeah.
No, I was singing that one song from the
3.
2000s.
Yeah, we are. Conjunction, junction. What's your function? Right? And then I'm just a bill, just a regular bill.
No,
And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
Was that one rap song? Who was it? Genuine or one of them? How many licks does it take to get to the middle of? You know
Little
that
Cam.
Yes,
Little Cam, that's the one. That's the one.
It's a School of Rock, or not School of Rock. It was School of something.
Yeah, it is School of Rock.
Yeah, School of Rock. Okay, I was right. Okay. Always go with your first answer, people. Okay. So going back to that, one study shows more than 60% of participants showed an increase in total sperm count, and more than 12% had an increase in sperm motility. What's motility mean?
Like when it's moving.
Oh, that's what I thought, but I thought mobility, but I don't know. Okay. I would have to look that up, which I'm not. Treating bronchitis, which is I have chronic bronchitis. Oh, I told the doctor, I'm like, you know what? Let's just I told Chad and you, so I'm gonna wait for 3 months before I have this thing taken out, and the doctor's like, the nodule tumor has grown 1 centimeter from September to January, and if you start going to 4 centimeters, then we do chemo. I'm like, fuck chemo, let's do the surgery. God damn it.
Yeah,
Okay.
fuck you.
Okay, it says treating bronchitis, treating kidney stones, treating hemorrhoids. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, treating dizziness, heartburn, stomach upset. Oh no. Yeah, it says Sheila heat is generally considered safe for long-term use of dietary supplements, but it can have some potential side effects, including
Regularity.
dizziness, right? Regularly. Toxic if Sheila heat is impure and contaminated. Oh, darn. Lowering the blood sugar and headaches and stomach upsets and heartburn and dizziness. But anyway, I'm going to ask, what is Sheila heat made of? Because the heat made from, el pinche inglés, tengo que hablar inglés. Wait, okay. What is Sheila heat made from?
What is this
And
shit?
Chad knows Spanish, so that's good.
Okay.
Fulvic acid, a type of organic acid that is believed to have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Okay, so humic acid, another type of organic acid that is found in soil and compost. Minerals, here it is, because I'm low on iron. I'm anemic. Iron, magnesium, calcium, and potassium. Plant-based minerals such as resin, waxes, and essential oils. So it just depends the location and altitude where it's collected. Pretty much comes from let's see. Does it come from the earth? The earth?
What is the
The
mineral?
heat comes from, yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
From earth, and I know us, huh? All of us here is like, and what else?
Yeah,
Man, we can dissect this pig. All right.
right.
From earth, what? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but I did have to once. I ended up cutting his nose and his eyes. I felt so bad.
Oh,
What is, I know it's bad. I was bad. What is Sheila heat? Come from earth? What are the minerals?
Mhm.
Why does this, I don't know, it tastes like tar though. Real quick.
What is it?
It's
I don't know.
it says it comes from the Himalayas and formed by a slow decomposition of plant matter over centuries, resulting in a sticky tar-like
It is the
exuel.
black goo that comes out of the earth.
I told you, right, Chad? You're right. I told you
The
yesterday. I was like,
satiated black goo from earth. Yep.
I'm drinking black goo to counter, yeah.
It's been
All the bullshit.
purified, so it's like, but yeah.
It's earthy
I'm
back
telling you, I
back
think the
earth.
monks
It's
used to
real.
take that and they'd see a little better at nighttime or something, and they could
Right.
they
It's
could
like the
walk
It
real
on.
comes
black goo
from
you need.
high altitudes of stony mountains and sheltered crevices and caves.
Hmm.
Wow, that's really interesting. Okay. Anything else you guys want me to look up? I'm taking resveratrol with NAD. Oh my gosh. Chad helped me to get the thyroid strength. This is really important, guys, because you know how we're on our cell phones all the time
Mhm.
and anything with radiation. So
Mhm.
our
I have my
cell phones are,
I have my little shungite. I
yeah.
always keep it close to my phone, so it's always.
Yay. Yeah, I got my shungite. That shungite's really good.
Mhm.
So whenever we're on our cell phones, it takes iodine and copper from us. So this
Oh.
stuff is iodine, zinc, selenium, and copper. Selenium, they say it's really good for migraines, and I have a selenium tower, which is really pretty and white.
Mm.
So, all right. So what it is what we're going back to now, the whole digital twin thing, let's go back to the war games. It's called fifth generation warfare to
Mhm.
get you to shut down and commit. That's pretty much what's going on here.
Yeah. No, for sure. They just want people just to take it.
And they have, and that's Project Solace is from 1954. This is all notes that I took from Sabrina Wallace. What else? It's for the Humetrix iPads. Yeah, it's pretty much logging into our body and trying to make us do things or hurt us with diseases like cancer to
Is
shut
that
you up, to shut you up.
Yeah.
so this whole thing with Elon Musk and the Doge thing, is that what is that? I mean, I know what a Doge is. It's supposed to be like a king above kings, so it seems like that's what he's trying to do.
Are
Because
you talking about the gins or what? Like, how do you spell it? Let me see.
Doge, Doge, because a Doge was a king, like a nobleman or like a king, and he was above other noblemen, so he had to be like voted or something. It was like 10 kings or something, and or whatever, how many, and they would choose a king to be
I
above those.
have written here Queen Celeste because of
Oh,
your because you're always so royalty connected. I have something.
yeah, she is. She is definitely. Okay, here it says no, a doge was not a king, but rather the elected head of state and highest official in several Italian city-states during the medieval and Renaissance period. The
Right, like the
title
Doge.
is Doge, the leader. The Doge was the head of state and head of oligarchy in city-state. The Doge was also a symbol of sovereignty of the state, election, talking about the golden balls from the urn in front of the, what the fuck? Okay, this election process was complex and involved drawing golden balls from an urn in front of the throne.
Okay,
Chad,
now they're
where's your
playing with
golden balls?
balls. I
Just
mean, the
kidding.
Dragon Balls, the seven
Dragon
finger.
Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is very real, by the way. The
Mhm.
duration. The Doge's role was most prominent in Venice, where it lasted from the 8th to the 18th century. The title was also used briefly in Genoa. The other titles are My Lord the Doge, Most Serene Prince, or His Serenity. And then there was an abolishment. It says the position of the Doge was abolished in Venice in 1797. So who are you saying that he's trying to be like a Doge?
Elon Musk, because he's starting that Doge committee. It's like Department
Oh,
of
makes sense.
Economic. It's supposed to be
There you go.
Okay.
Department of Economic.
Let's
Oh
see.
no, Department of Governmental Efficiency. That's what it stands for,
Let's see.
Doge. But people are
Ah,
trying to
you're
say
right.
it's dog or doggy or something, but it's
Yeah.
Doge because he wants to be like a ruler. And since he's the richest man on the earth, on the planet, and he's funding
Wow.
pretty much Donald Trump's presidency, that's why they were calling him President Musk and calling Donald his first lady, just making fun of them because it's like, who's really the president? You or
So
this?
he's the dog. He's
Yeah,
actually, if you think about it, he's a dog.
yeah, he's the dog. He's the wolf.
Mhm. And you know how we say, you know how there's a movie with Tom Hanks that says, "It's another day in paradise, Sally." Well, I was thinking last night, you know how I can't sleep. So I'm like, paradise. Okay, so it's a pair of die that you roll every day?
Yeah,
Or
every
do
day.
they roll the die and say,
Um,
hey, dog wars, let's see, let's bet on this person. I'm with Nike. She's probably going to go with Adidas because she likes the shoes, but then she's really Nike. And then blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you. Anyway,
mhm.
the Department of Economic Development is a government agency at the state or local level, primarily responsible for creating policies and programs aimed at simulating, there's a word, economic
Simulating.
growth within a region
So
by
you're
attracting new
simulating
businesses. Yep. Attracting new businesses. What are they? Foreign and
foreign.
alien.
Uh-huh.
Alien. There you go. Alien technology, bitches.
Right? Because he thinks he's
Right?
like, he thinks he's going to be the guy that saves the world because of that one book that, I forgot who wrote it, but the guy, the Elon that saves humanity and takes them to Mars. And his mom
Oh, yeah.
and his mom is, I think his mom is an actual moon child.
Ah.
Mhm. May
His
Musk.
mom.
I mean, she looks freaking scary. I'm not
Oh,
gonna lie. No hate on his mom. She could be a very lovely woman.
I
wow.
don't
Is
think
it the
so. She's
She looks like an elf, like some sort of like dark elf queen or something.
I was gonna say she's SRA.
Hmm.
yeah, sounds like it. It says the moon is a harsh mistress, not that one, right? Let's see.
But yeah, I heard she's a moon child.
What's that mean
That's
though?
really interesting.
What's a
Well,
moon
remember,
child?
okay. Oh my gosh, real quick, guys. Sorry, Chuck. The moon, remember, a lot of the Middle Eastern, they worship the moon as a moon god, but it's a male. What's the name of the moon god? It's in the Bible too.
The moon god.
What?
I forgot what a moon child
Anki?
was.
Inky?
Inky?
Oh my gosh.
I forgot how they described her being a moon child. I don't know if like she was conceived under a certain moon
Oh,
cycle
got
or
you.
something like
Oh,
that.
that's a ritual. Chad, you were right. It's a satanic ritual that occurred, and it is in the Bible too. And it happens on full moons. And you're a full moon. Oh, he's telling you that he was conceived on a full moon, and that there was a satanic as a ritual. Mm-hmm.
That's why he is the way
Hubai.
he is.
Yeah, it says the moon god in pure Islamic Arabia was named Hubal. Hubal was worshipped by the Quranish at the Kaaba in Mecca. Oh shit, you guys, this has to do with Mecca too. His devotees believe that Hubal's blessings
Whose
brought
balls?
prosperity and bountiful harvest. Oh
Whose
shit.
balls? No.
Right.
Whose balls?
Who?
No.
Yeah, whose balls? Who? That's funny.
Whose balls?
Hubal's icon was a human figure that was believed to control divination. See, that's another fucking plasma wannabe god, you know, that they have to feed pig hearts to. The direction of arrows tossed in front of the statue was said to answer questions asked to Hubal. The moon was a symbol of rebirth, fertility. Okay, let me see what about the female one? Because um the name of the moon god.
Here, I'm gonna take you guys with me. I need to feed my cats.
Okay.
I gotta feed these rats. Or they're gonna go crazy.
Yes.
I'm sure my brother's going
Okay,
crazy
here
right
it
now.
is. Selene, mija. Selene in Greek mythology and Luna in Roman mythology. Luna in Spanish. So Chad, Selene in Greek mythology is the female moon goddess. Do you want me to do the funny voice? Because it's better, because then I get bored myself. The Greek goddess of the moon. Selene is
I thought it was
often
Artemis.
depicted. No,
I
pues
thought it was
Artemis,
Artemis
vamos
Greek
a ver ahorita.
and Roman Selena.
Oh, wait. It gets into the sister of Helios. And who is Helios? The sun god. Okay, let me read it. The Greek goddess of the moon, Selene, is often depicted as a beautiful woman with long hair, a crescent moon crown, and sometimes small horns. Uh-oh, my Sheila has horns, one of them. And golden wings. She drives a two-horse chariot across the heavens and is worshipped during the new and full moon. Selene is a daughter of the Titan Hyperion and Thea, and the sister of Helios, the sun god, and Eos, the dawn goddess. Damn. So, pretty soon he's going to be riding the two-horse chariot. During the football thing, watch. Elon Musk is probably gonna be in a Super Bowl and shit.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude.
Wearing those horn things.
He needs attention so bad. I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
No, poor
You know
guy.
what I want to
I
know,
know he's had
Veronica, since you're looking stuff up
Yeah.
and I don't have my phone near me, because this is what I was going to geek out on earlier. I want to know the
Ooh.
difference between valiant and invictus.
Oh, valientes means that you have the fervor to go on with the battle, but I'll look it up. What is the what?
The difference between valiant and invictus. Invictus is your word.
Yeah, and then one of my friends used to call me Valentina. Okay, oh gosh.
Are they the same?
Oh my gosh, it's giving me something stupid. Oh my gosh, this is so stupid. Let me
Anything
like
I want to investigate, it's always going to be a
it's
harassment.
okay. What is valiant? We'll just look them up separately.
Yeah.
What does I okay. In English, okay, valiant, which is valiente en español, o sea, soy muy valiente y ustedes también. Valiant means to be very brave or determined, especially when the situation is difficult or there is no reason to be helpful. For example, you must be describing someone to attempt to fix a problem as a valiant. Here are some examples. She died last year after a valiant battle with cancer. Fuck you, AI. I do not consent. Return to sender, motherfuckers. The company has made a valiant effort to make itself more efficient. And it says that. It actually says that here, what I read. The firefighters made valiant effort to save them, but were beaten back by the flames. Oh my gosh, fucking AI. Fuck you. Okay, so then
Oh, negative.
damn, poor kids in school. What does valiant mom mean? I don't know.
Yeah, don't be it because you'll die.
Yeah, exactly. Don't.
Don't be
No,
valiant.
shut up. Chad, you're so funny. Isn't Chad hilarious, dude? Oh my gosh. And then like we'll be texted and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think he made a funny. And then I have to call you, Chad, because I'm like, wait, was that a joke? You could be both. You could be like so you know me with this darn whatever dyslexia or whatever. I don't know what it's called. That I can't tell sometimes if people
Yeah, because
okay.
I do joke with you on text a lot.
I know. And sometimes
And
I have
so
to
it
be
would be
like,
confusing to figure out if I'm joking or not joking. I
yeah,
didn't think
yeah.
of that.
Like the other day, okay, I'll give you an example, Chad. The other day, you're like, Veronica, I'm attempting to make a joke because of the OCD, because everything has to be perfect here. And I'm like, oh shit, his family member's giving him a hard time. And then I'm like, Chad is just making a fucking joke.
You took them serious and you're like, wait.
Yeah, he's probably wearing an apron and he has like chains on his, hands because he has, or his legs because he has to stay there and clean for them.
No.
My active imagination, right? Oh, we have a person seen in my front doorbell. Okay. Invictus, which, it reminds
Invictus.
me of the orb it was a white orb that I saw in my thing last night. And I think it was my dad. It was that if it wasn't my dad, it was somebody that didn't want me to see him. I told Gloria about it. She's like, ooh. Okay, Invictus is a Latin word that means unconquerable or undefeated. It also the name of a poem by William Ernest Henley that explores the themes of resilience in the face of adversity.
It's a stronger word. Yeah, it's a stronger
Yeah,
word than
it's
valiant.
unconquered. Let's see if they have examples for this one that are not negative. God dang it. The Invictus Games Foundation, which provides a recovery pathway for injured, sick, and wounded servicemen and women. Oh, maybe I should look that up. A perfume by Paco Rabanne. Okay. So Latin for unconquered. Yeah, unconquered. And we gotta do some positive words for valiente. Positive to reverse the curse. All right. There was some positive shit here. My inner strength shines through, making me a valiant champion of my own life. I'm a courageous soul facing challenges with unwavering bravery. My sister's calling me. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I stand tall with unwavering courage, ready to face any obstacle. Okay, the other one is, wow, with a valiant heart, I will overcome any adversity, yeah, while I eat my straw. I'm a beacon of heroism. Oh, we should do, okay. I'm a beacon of heroism, inspiring others with my bravery. Okay. Sorry. All right. I leave the floor to you guys because I have to go plug my phone in and go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Hi, everyone.
Sorry, I'm just eating pecans right now.
You're fine. I'm just going to look back through the notes for a second and see what. I think we covered everything.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah, you're right about the
Hmm.
politicians being jesters. I think jesters is the theme.
100%. I mean, because they keep calling Trump a clown, so it just makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
Now they talk about this jester spirit or whatever, or whatever is going on.
Do you believe in white hats?
Like people who would be on
White
our side.
knights? Somebody's out there with part that's organized and working for the better good instead of just all the evil army. That there's maybe like a good fraction of the army.
I believe there is, and I think it's all,
Do you think it's
the
connected
men.
though and working and functioning like as an operation, or there's just nice people in the army and they're sprinkled about?
It's an
I hope so.
operation. It's an
I
operation. I'll be back again. Gotta
okay, I
go.
hope so.
No, I know there's good people in the military or prior, especially people who got out, that did deprogram themselves
Yeah.
or somehow got, they became themselves again. Like this, when I was at my orientation, there was two prior military guys. There's one guy that was in the Air Force and one that was in the Navy. The guy that was in the Air Force just had this, just had this arrogance about him. Like he's just kind of just there, like he almost like didn't want to talk to people, like just had this
Mhm.
snotty attitude. And then the guy next to him was in the Navy, just chatting up with everyone. Just he just got out a couple. He said like I just got out like 3 months ago, and
Yeah.
he was just talking to everyone, just normal dude. And I was like, I guess whatever branch you come from, I guess they're right. People from the Air Force are pretty snotty. Oh, I've seen a lot that I've met seem to be pretty snotty. I've met really nice people in the Air Force. They're just like it's another branch of the military. I don't know why people take
Yeah,
it
you're
so
right
damn
though.
serious. But I think it's also like that programming too, kind of like kind of thing like high school. You're the jock, you're the high school, or you're on the football team, so you think you're better. So,
It is like that because I was in the army and I was a cop. And
mhm.
then one of my brothers and brother-in-laws, he was a cop for he was a highway patrol cop, and then he was in the Marines. So we kind of butt heads. We're like, you're not tougher than I am, fool. You know? Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
So you
But
guys are
anyway,
fighting. No.
white hats, black hats, orange hats, gray hats, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's up to you how you see the world and how you feel about it and how many programs you've broken, right? You've
Mhm.
unmasked. It's all up to us individually. We cannot belong to a clica or clique of groups that, oh, they know the
Right.
truth. Oh, Veronica knows the truth. Oh, Celeste, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't have to listen to us. This is just our experience here on Earth, what we've learned, what we're still learning, and how we're
Mhm.
going to escape the freaking matrix because we ain't coming back.
Oh, fuck that. I ain't coming back, dude. I don't want to
But
come
we
back.
have to free ourselves. We have to free ourselves of, what they did to us, like, how they took my dad out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That was freak. That was freakishly well orchestrated to keep us down as a family. It just, we have to surpass all the gross and evil things that they've done. We have to like elevate, how do you say, surpass, like, well, put your arms up, like you go cross the finish line and you're like, you know what, I
Mhm.
did what I had to do for me. I freed whoever wanted to be freed, helped free. I helped, my bloodline. I reversed the curse, I broke this curse. I did that for myself. How many animals I told my okay, I'm gonna end with this. And this is my last thought, and then we'll end because I gotta go. The other day I was feeling really down. And I'm like, what if they take me out with the surgery, right? And then I'm like, I asked my daughter, I said, do you think I've saved enough animals? Do you think I've rescued enough animals? Do you think I've helped? And these are the thoughts that were going through my mind. And I'm like, Mika, I don't know. Did I do what I was supposed to do here on Earth? I think I did, but I could still do more. But the thing of it is when you're up there, when you're done here, they want to reincarnate you with, hey, you think you could do better? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I did what I had to do, and that's it. I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
If that's the case. But you always question yourself, like, did I help enough people? Did I teach them? Did I speak when my mother or whoever the fuck, or your mind is saying, shut up, don't tell this person anything, and
Yeah.
that spirit or yourself is telling you gotta tell them because maybe it'll liberate them for something. Like the other day I was at Costco, and right as I crossed in front of a young girl, it said, tell her to hang in there. And I told her, hey, hang in there. I'm being, my soul is telling me to hang in there. I don't know what your problem is. Just hang in there. Could have been for me, but I said it because it felt for her. It could be just, somebody's having a bad day, and just tell them, hey, I like your watch. You look very pretty in that color. I like your hair. Or wow, I noticed that, you're talking well to your child. You're a good mom. Whatever it is. Or hey, you know what? There are aliens. Or hey, you know what? Like that. Like you can't stay quiet. That's what the word valiente is. Valiant, brave. Be valiant, right? Be valiant to speak to others that need part of your soul star, your star power, because our heart is our star power, right? Our being, our God particle, what I call bioluminescence, is our star power. Don't let anybody take your star power. And that, I'm done. You guys are next, and then we end.
What was
Okay,
that?
so I just pulled this card. It's from the Mushroom Spirit Oracle, number 33, which is Veronica's number. It's an indigo milk cap, and it says true colors. And that's what Veronica's talking about. We just need to show people our true colors.
Yes.
And just not be scared. And just
let me pull a card and I'll let you go. Hold on. You keep going,
yeah, because I'm going to read what the card meaning is. So it says right here, let your true colors shine from within. Some people cannot hide who they are, and some never show their true colors. The indigo milk cap is a stunning mushroom. With its distinguishing figures, it can't be mistaken for anything else. So this is what it looks like.
Those are awesome cards.
I know, right? I love these cards. When you cut it in half, the colors inside it is that of the outside. Your internal environment reflects in your external environment and vice versa. You show who you truly are from the inside, and this should be celebrated. This card may be asking whether someone is showing their true colors or hiding them from view. Do you know your friends inside and out? Do you know yourself inside and out? When you understand yourself fully, it gives you wealth of information to understand others. Do you see traits in others that are red flags? Always trust your intuition when it comes to people and situations you find yourself in. Your gut tells you when something doesn't add up, like when someone says one thing and does another. Take notice of these things and the people around you. You really need these kinds of influences in your life. You always have options open to you. You can choose to walk away or confront them. Remember, masks only last so long before true colors show through. If it is you who needs to show your true colors, step into your power and do it. The time is here.
That's beautiful. Let me see the card again, and then I'll read the one that I got. Ooh, I love that. I'm wearing blue today.
I know. I'm wearing blue
You
too.
better send me that card. Look at what I got.
Hmm.
Okay, let me pass the phone. It is. Oh gosh, there it is. Do you guys read it? Can you read it? No. It's
Rose
from
of
the
Pentacles?
Goddess of Love Tarot, huh?
The Rose of Pentacles? Are those
It's
boobies?
Crown of Pentacles. Yeah, you got good eyes. Goddess of Love Tarot. Let me show you what
I'm like,
this.
are those boobies?
Yeah,
That's what I
there's
saw.
boobies. Yes. Hold on. Let me read it. Okay. Let me find the Crown of Pentacles. Woohoo. Oy. Crone. Well, go ahead and talk, Chad, and I'll find it. Because this is a new tarot card deck that my sister bought me. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Chad and I want to do a video one day with him that he's very, very, very knowledgeable in shrooms and mushrooms, portobellos, the lobsters, the chanterelles. I learned a lot from you, Chad.
Yeah, and I like the Amanita muscaria, the red and white the
Those are my favorite. Yeah.
the red and white
Mascaria?
ones. Yeah, the muscaria, the Amanita. I think it's those
And then you
Amanita
say,
Like the rose
muscaria or
hip ones?
something.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
those
these
are
right
my
here.
favorite ones, and it
Dude, I
opens up
love
your
all these
heart. You can
cards.
microdose on it, and
Oh,
it's just a
really?
beautiful thing. Yeah, and it's not psychedelic. It gives you a pleasant energy. It centers you, takes away your ADHD. It's just so magical what everything it does. I mean, I'm sure you can trip on it, but just microdosing is pretty good, and it's not a psychedelic. I don't believe. I think you can if you do convert enough of the I forget. I think it's ibotonic acid or something into one that starts with an M, but it's like you got to convert one acid into another, and then
Is it mescaline?
Mescaline, yeah, thank you.
Oh.
I believe it is. I believe it is, yeah, mescaline. And then so once you do that, you know, I think you can do it like a percentage of 15%, you can convert it over. But if you were to go drink some reindeer piss, I think a lot more of it converts over, and you might get some more of the hallucinogenic type drunk quality or something. But it's not what it's meant for. You know, microdosing on that mushroom is just an amazing experience because it just makes you feel like you, and it gives you a nice energy. If anything, your house is just going to be a little bit cleaner or a lot cleaner, but it also gives you the kind of energy you can sit down and just write, or you can just sit down and just sleep and dream beautifully, you know. And it's just a neat mushroom, yeah.
I need to try that.
Yes.
I've never tried shrooms ever, but I would like to. But like,
yeah,
in a
this isn't
sense.
trying it. This is microdosing. You just make a tea, and then you just take a couple teaspoons in the morning or something like that, or tablespoons, whichever your dose is up to. Yeah, and you just make a tea out of it. You know, you order it online, and you just boil it for half an hour, just simmering, and then you just put that in the fridge, and you just use a teaspoon thing, you know, to take a couple doses, and it gives you a nice energy. You know, not like caffeine. It gives you really nice energy, and it makes you aware of the past and the future at the same time, and so that everything makes sense. You know, you can make decisions really easy because you can see the past, the future, and the now right all together, you know, kind of like a little bit. You're not really seeing it, but you just feel centered and grounded is another nice way to put it, you know. Yeah, it's very nice. I love it. I mean, I'm all about it.
Where do you buy this stuff, or where do you get it from?
Oh, I pick it. But the season's gone. I think the season just left, you know, and that's when I was in Org. I picked a bunch and dehydrated it, but because they grow all around, you know, those red and white little mushrooms. But you can buy it online. And I did take a picture of somebody that was, my phone's not on me. Oh yeah, it's right here. Let me see what I took a picture of real quick, because there is a company online that you can order it from. Let me get to my photos because it was a screenshot. It was called, let me see. I don't think that's going to show up real well.
Let me know when I can read, but go ahead.
Let me see if I can get it.
It's really blurry.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay, there it is. Minnesota Nice Etho Botanicals. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll send that to you.
Okay. Cool.
Ethnobotanicals, Minnesota Nice.
Ethno.
And I think you can get, you know, a variety of things there depending on what you're looking for, but I'll look into it.
Kind of expand my mind a little bit more, because I just feel like I'm in this stuck state. Like I can't think farther than I should be able to. Like I feel like my brain is stagnant right now. Like it's just not able to think beyond and to problem solve and to like think I have to take care of certain things. It's just like, how are people figuring things out, how to make money and blah blah blah, but here I am trying to figure it out. Like what are they doing? Like how are they
they're
figuring
selling
it
their
out?
souls. They're selling their souls, and they're that's what it takes to make money these days, let me tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But it also works on your heart energy, is what is, and it works on your DNA, and it actually works with your DNA, is what they say too.
Not to like make money, but just to be prosperous, just to be feeling securely, you know, that whole secure, like, you know, how people figure out like that life for them, where they have goals, and it's just like, why can't I figure that out? Like, what is it?
It's like if you talk to the devil, you know, you get it this lifetime, and if you talk to God, you get it next lifetime. So I want to compromise. I just want a little bit of both. Thank you.
Right, like one hand gives me this, and one hand gives me something else, right?
Yeah. I have a good wolf and a bad wolf, and I want them both fed.
Yes, right, you gotta feed both of them. Yeah, you're right.
You gotta feed them both.
You guys
sometimes
ready?
You need your dark side. Yeah.
You ready? Okay. So, signifies a new beginning in the realm of material security, financial stability, or a grounding practical relationship. But I want to read, the pentacle is representative of the 7-pointed star, the septagram, the emblem of the goddess of love and her many faces. They mark a return to the body, an expression of the material realm through the microcosm, the self, which becomes her temple and holiest altar. The pentacle or pentacles are that which you can touch and feel, that which provides support and stability and abundance. The pentacles are the body of the goddess, that's the picture right there, the body of the goddess.
We can't see
And
you.
relationships. Huh?
Oh, we can't see you. So I was just wondering what the
Oh,
pentacles look
hold
like,
on,
because I was
sorry.
trying to figure out pentacles or tentacles, right? Pentacles.
Pentacles. Okay. Let me show
Pentacles?
you. Yeah, hold on. I don't know if it'll show though.
Wait, testicles? No, okay.
Golden balls.
Golden balls.
The golden
It's,
balls and the
What's
tentacles
that?
of
The
the
Sheila
gods.
heat. He needs more of the Sheila heat.
I know, right? Sheila G. It doesn't show because I have the thing in the background. I'm trying. It's not. Anyway, it's the
Oh,
body
it
of a
kinda did.
female. The
I
body
saw
of
it.
a female goddess. Yeah. So let me just read it here again. Pentacles are the body of the goddess, the natural world, the feral self, and it's so funny because Gina Snow, she says that when she thinks of me, she calls me feral instead of Vero.
Feral
So
Veto?
that's me.
Yeah.
Right, feral self work, the home and relationships. In this deck, the pentacles represent body, magic, and embodiment. Practices that bring you back to the joys of pleasure and pleasure of the flesh. They celebrate the physicality of being human. Oh, that's what we're talking about, how being here on earth. The importance of sacred spaces to return to, and the power of the body as a conduit for love. Okay, I know what spirit is telling me, or my higher self, or my inner child. I know what she's telling me. Okay, ready? We're here on earth, right? And we know we're going to go home, but I'm telling myself, relax. Veronica or whoever's watching, I know, okay, this is for the, I'm just going to channel myself. Even though you are here on earth, even though you know so much, you have so much to tell the world, and you get upset, you get frustrated, you get anxious because you want everybody to know, what you've learned through all your life. She is telling me, it's okay. It's okay if you cannot tell everybody everything about your life. It's okay. Sometimes you can't save everybody, but you can surely try. And to me, try, the word, I don't like the try. I want to do more, but my inner child is telling me you have. And it's time to rest. You can still talk to people. You can still tell the world and your visions that are still going to come through, because there's still more work to do, Veronica, and whoever's listening out there, this message is for you too. Just know that you have done good, just know that it'll all come to pass for those, to just find out. Like, they'll know on their own time. They'll know. Just dig deep, keep digging deep in, go into yourself, but know that you have done an awesome job. I mean, we've all done an awesome job. Like, we just give yourself a pat in the back, just hug yourself, just
A high five.
the high five. The high five.
Give yourself
Like,
grace, gentle on yourself. I mean,
just keep
I know how you
going,
feel,
man.
Veronica, because I feel the same way. I feel like I'm not doing enough, and I'm not, but
Yeah,
but I keep getting those messages too, to rest. It's like, you are doing enough. It's time to rest. Kind of just
time to rest.
hibernate a little bit, and then you'll come back full force. It's like, we need to recoup. Like, how can you pour from an empty cup? Pour into others. If a cup is empty, you need to come back to yourself,
Yeah,
fill yourself up again, and then you can go back out and start filling
yeah,
up cups
and that's
again.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I feel like this surgery is kind of like pushing me back, but it's not. It's actually it's time to rest. It's time for Veronica to recuperate again, even though I mean, come on, there's been so many surgeries back to back to back, and it's like there's still it's
Maybe
like
this is the universe's way to make you rest. It's like you've been doing too much. We have to make you rest. You're making yourself sick. So now here we are. So this is how you're resting. This is how we have to force you to rest. But I
yeah,
appreciate it because we're just so we're so empathetic and we just want to save the world, but not for our glory. It's just
right,
so
to
the earth
help
is a
others.
safe place. We
Yeah.
just want it to be safe and secure and healthy and beautiful and
And
fun for everyone.
smart, like
Yeah.
smart, like think for yourselves, man. Like, and I know this cancer was sent to slow me down. I don't think it was sent for anything good, but I have to make it good. I have to make that my recovery
Turn it
and
into strength.
my
Slow you down or
cardiothoracic.
shut you up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because my cardiothoracic doctor said I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is very painful. I'm going to give you block in the beginning, a block in the middle of surgery. It's a 4 to 5 hour surgery, and a block after, right? I'm gonna have you on 5 fucking medications, which is gonna be, the nerve thing, the pain thing, the whatever. And it's like, what? And then he says, and if the scar tissue won't let me go through with robotics, I have to use my hands. So it's gonna be 6 hours, and you might have chronic pain for the rest of your life. I'm like, for
What else
having
is
to
it?
use those blockers. I'm like, what? No, it's gonna be the best and the highest timeline. I'm gonna recover in a perfect time, my time.
Mhm.
So yeah. Oh, so any last words, guys, before we
Just
Yeah.
go?
keep pushing, man. Keep going. Just keep going,
Yeah.
everyone. Rest if you have
Yeah.
to, but come back. We can't lose the good people. We need our fighters fighting. We're all tired, but we got to keep going, man.
You guys fight for me while I'm recovering, okay?
Oh, hell yeah.
While I'm in the hospital, you guys, while I'm in surgery, you guys,
Hmm.
come on, just keep
Go
going.
fight. Keep fighting. Keep
Keep
going.
going, and if yourself or spirit or higher self, whoever you want to say, tells you, hey Chad or hey Celeste, you gotta do a video, fucking do the video. If they tell you, hey, you gotta tell this person on the street something, you gotta tell them something.
Okay.
But from your from your heart.
No, for sure. It's all good. We all got to be our authentic selves now. Like the card, show our true colors. Either you're going to show the colors that are shining bright and want to shine out to the world, or you're just going to be muted colors where you just
Mhm.
want to steal people's colors and energy just because you're lacking your own. But everyone's got the colors in them. It's just you got to break through your issues, your trauma, your go through your healing, reach out to whoever you need to. People are there for you. You got to stop with the whole, you didn't do anything for me, so why am I going to
Yeah,
do anything for you? Or I don't want to
exactly.
reach out to you because of whatever. So
Yeah.
we
Thank
got to
you,
be a
Celeste.
family now. Yeah, we got to be a family now. That's what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to divide everyone with the politics,
Mhm.
so we're not together. And that's all.
Thank you, Celeste. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you, Mama. Chad,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
What do you want to say
Me?
for
Oh,
last
no.
word? Yeah.
Oh, last
Chad, come
words.
on. You always say you have something. You have tons of wisdom.
You guys
One
said
thing for the
everything.
public. One thing for the public that what we were just talking about, or whatever. I can't see your face. You got to go forward.
Yeah.
Okay, there. I can see you now.
Yeah. Like, I
You're
mean, my
purring. There
main
you go.
thought is, just be nice to the normies because they're going to be waking up, and that'll take some pressure off of us to feel
Mhm.
like we have to save the world, wake up the world, and then deal with our relatives and family and people in our inner circle, when they really like our ultimate goal is to allow them that life, right? And to allow them to be in that dream that we were once in as kids before we woke up and we believed in this world as being real.
Mhm.
um but we need to it needs to be a different world than what it is, because this is an illusion, and we're going to break that illusion, but we shouldn't lose our sanity and get angry in the process of doing it. But definitely not stop the fight, because it is an illusion. It's and it needs to become a real world, and we'll figure that out when the time is right, I guess. But I do believe our humanity is important, and I do believe that it is our caring about our kids and our caring about our community and caring about each other, that makes us who we are. Even if this is a simulation, then in the simulation and put us somewhere where we can have a real experience as, humanity then, or whatever it is. But and the planets and everything provides the challenges that we need. God always, throws it in there in the mix. It comes by, once things get perfect, here comes the Dracos,
Yeah.
casting a shadow on your parade. But I'm just saying, or something like that, right? But there's always going to be challenges, but we don't need what they're doing to further their agenda, of what's going on here. That needs to stop. So, but as far as waking up the people in our lives to it, you can talk, but the more you talk, the harder they're going to ignore. So
when they're not ready, right?
Not ready in this, and it will wake them up, but we can't have that anger. We just got to appreciate that they're living life and asleep and having that wonderful experience that I miss as a child.
Yes. And I feel, Chad, that you should be like an international world speaker. When we do the QHHT, your voice calms me so much. Thank you for being in my life and our life. And Celeste, your wisdom as well. Thank you for coming back, man. I missed you.
I know, I missed you.
She's my baby from well, we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
But not Max's kids, because I have two Max Spears kids, a boy and a girl. They're in facilities, and last night I was just thinking of them, and I want to go see them. So every time I try and fall asleep, I try and go see them, but I haven't slept for I think I only slept 1 hour. But anyway, thank you, Celeste. Thank you so much, Chad, for everything. Thank you, audience, and please share, subscribe on Codebreaker Real Time. On Codebreaker Real Talk, Commander Aurora signing off. Bye.